Man, you come straight out of a comic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Straight Out of a Comic Book. I am your host, the anomaly Will Pharaoh, and of course, I got the crew with me today, Young Deuces, Quentin Von Doom. It is so weird saying your full name, and of course, Dion, because I just call him Clint. I feel like I say Clint, and I feel like you're in trouble.
Hey man, just be like that.
Yeah, dude. Like that's like PTSD that. Right there. When the whole name get called,
be like that.
I'm in trouble. But you know who else is in trouble? Everybody. Yes. Everybody.
World.
Because Doom is here.
You know what's funny? I tweeted out. I said it's crazy that we're all excited to lose. Like we're so excited to watch our team lose. Like we are amped up knowing that we're about to lose this fight.
I've never been more excited to watch my favorite people get their ass whooped.
I think it's more so we're now anticipating how are we going to lose, right? Like I think that when we saw Infinity War, it was like, oh, we actually did lose. We didn't think we were going to lose. We thought we were going to win, and maybe he would come back and try to beat us again, and we would win again. We thought we were going to be 2-0 against Thanos. No, you know. So right now it's kind of like we know we're going to lose. It's just like how are we going to lose? And I think it's not really much. Also on top of how we're going to lose, I think the biggest piece is going to be who's dying. Mm-hmm. Who's dying,
and just the ramifications after this too. Like, what does the MCU? What does that world look like after this and Secret Wars? And then just, man, I'm not looking forward to it. Some bad times, some good times, yet bad times. You know what I mean?
Hey man, it's going to be good bad times. I was watching that trailer and I was like, "Ooh, you go die." You definitely not making it. But so what we're doing in this episode is, we're talking about Avengers Doomsday. We have a jam-packed episode for you. So we're doing two things. So we're going to check out the Doomsday trailer itself. For the full episode, if you're watching this, you can go watch this separately, just because, of course, of copyright issues. So this is going to be our initial first reaction. Then we're going to get into our full trailer reactions and some more that all circle around Doomsday.
Your go-to spot for everything pop culture, gaming, comics, and the stories that shape the worlds we love. From breaking news to deep dives and wild conversations, if it's geek culture, make sure you like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on all our social media platforms so you never miss a moment. Stay plugged in, because this is Straight Outta a Comic Book.
First of all, before we get started with talking about this trailer, I just want Deuces, you're my witness. Dion, if you heard him say this, Will said he wasn't going to watch the trailer. Will said that he was going to go into this movie raw and naked.
Oh, really?
He said that. He said that. I just want to. He said that. He said it.
I was going in pure. I was wrong. I was wrong. I'm like Thor. I was wrong. No, my bad. I was like Loki. I was wrong. I couldn't hold the double. I was in trouble if I didn't watch this.
Yeah. It was impossible to miss this, man. Like, this is from the teasers before. And now they're like, "Hey, here's a full, plate." There was no, you couldn't run. You couldn't run from this, man.
I was like, I'm not gonna watch them. I know what's in them. I don't want to see it. I don't care. Then they was like, "Man, we dropping a full trailer," and I was like, "But they're not gonna show Doom like that. They'll show like this first part that you see of him when he's like kneeled down talking, and we finally hear his voice. I was like, I feel like we'll get like that much, and then maybe one more shot. Like, I didn't know they was finna just hit us with the you just stopped Stormbreaker with 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all gonna die. Y'all not making it.
Bro, they said They said Thor was out here talking about Doom like King Von, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like, bro.
Listen. Dr. Doom. I wasn't familiar with the comics. I am now. Dr. Doom has often been regarded as the greatest Marvel villain of all time. Marvel would be doing a disservice if they didn't make this man. I don't even think they should beat him in Secret Wars. I think he should just. What do you do with this guy? What do you do with this? Like, there's either two things you got to do. You got to go back to infinite universes and choke his mother out. So it will choke the mom and the dad out, whoever's about to have sex. Yeah.
That's horrible. That's horrible. It's Doom. Come on, man. It's Doom.
It's either that or and this is a hot take, but I believe we're gonna see him. Kang is going to be in this movie. I'm putting my chips on that. What's the betting odds? Like 100 to 1?
Hey, no, can I say this, Clint? Can I say this? I'm not gonna lie. I think this is the part where we see Kang when he's kneeling. I don't think this is anything else besides that. I think right here, I think this is him fighting Kang in Latveria. Or some version or in the void somewhere. I think this right here, because it's like, yo, you're going to have to make an unthinkable decision. And it's like, there's no one on this whole trailer where we feel like that's a decision that needs to be made outside of Charles and Magneto.
Right.
This might be where we see Kang.
I think we see him.
And you know what? I can see that also for right. You got to think for those who are not as in depth as we are with like the behind the scenes and everything like that. There's still some people probably just like, all right, so what's up with Kang, right? What's up with like we know about Jonathan Major, but like that Kang storyline wasn't finished. Some people didn't watch the show, so they didn't hear those moments or them just saying like, oh, we handled that off Earth. So a way that you kind of like remember when Thanos first came in and he socked out the Incredible Hulk, that kind of established like, whoa, this guy is on a different level, right? So if they was already setting up Kang as the big bad, and then now they're trying to introduce Doom, who seemingly didn't have that much of a setup, and then you have him within the first 5 minutes of the movie not only wipe out Kang, but also throw Stormbreaker to the side. Because I do believe that fight against Thor happens early on too.
Yeah. I do too. So I was my bad. Yes, I agree. 100%.
Yeah. So you have those two moments. You're like, wait a minute, who the fuck is Doom? Because like you said, you can't do like in the comic, you can't have him rip out Thanos' spine. So it's like you got to have some power scaling things to establish it. I can see it.
I need to see the log line of this movie to understand maybe what the plot is, because we still don't essentially know what the plot is. Like what we don't know why Doom is doing what he's doing. We just know he's here. We don't know his motivation. Like, don't forget too, right? Like, as we got me and Will argued about this for a minute on the video game a couple days ago. Or no, we was on the phone. We was arguing about this because I was like, yo, this is called Doomsday. They have to establish what he is doing and why he's here. You know what I'm saying? What is his purpose? And also, don't forget, niggas started to agree with Thanos. I agree with Thanos now. Get rid of these niggas. So I'm saying is, what do we know what Doom's purpose is?
Well, just circle back to the Kang thing. If he comes out and just takes out the Council of Kangs, that's enough to establish him as being like the be all end all of this universe.
Yes, it is.
Like, because hell, like, let's be honest, like one of the Kangs got beat by Ant-Man. We don't want to talk about it, but it happened. So if he walks through the entirety of that, like, let's say he just comes into that arena where all of them were, and he just destroys that arena that they're in. You're like, oh crap, everything that we just did in this other timeline with Kang, whatever Loki's up to now, like whatever that is, it's just been disrupted.
Yeah.
And the thing about like, why is he there? I can only think of like the incursions are happening. And if you know, like the storyline for that, like he was the one who, was like, hey, I see this happening. I'm going to do what needs to be done in order to, I don't know, make another world. Making of the world.
Yeah, but I think that's what you see though in this, which is why I don't think you have so much Doom's story being told. I think it is these moments in time because it's like if you got to think about it, incursions are a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've heard them, we've vaguely saw the ramification of one in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but we haven't seen like what this could do.
You say business?
Yeah,
this is okay.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my thing too. On top of that, the only reason why I've been championing for like we gotta know a little bit about Doctor Doom's story or who he is because the Russo brothers made a great point. They said during like press interviews and stuff like that was like, first of all, like there's a reason they're re-releasing Endgame, right? Mm-hmm. There's a reason why Robert Downey Jr. is the only one who can play Doctor Doom. But then the last piece to this is we have to, you have to, hold on, I'm sorry. Doctor Doom, they said that if you haven't watched any of the shows or anything or whatever, you would be able to watch this movie and enjoy it. So the thing is that if that is the case, then you're talking to you, me, Deuce, Dion, we're all like ingratiated in this Marvel universe. We've watched every show. We've watched every movie. We've been loyal to them in dark times, during shows and movies we didn't like, and we've been loyal to them when we like, oh shit, they got a great thing going on right here. And the fact of the matter is that they knew they were in trouble. So my thing is like you have to get the casual fan involved. And my thing is that yes, we do believe Doom is going to keep his mask on, but I'm looking at this kneel down right here. I don't even know. I think I see a fucking mustache. I see handlebars.
Oh, that's the mouthpiece. That's the
maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm
mouthpiece curves up. So no,
maybe I'm Reed Richardson. But no, nonetheless, I do believe that you do have to do things for the casual fan and do things for the casual person who just wants to go see this movie and have no context of what the fuck has been going on when it comes to the multiverse, when it comes to all of these other things. I think there's going to be more Easter eggs for us than there will be overt things for the fan, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think they're going to put in things that's like, oh, you watch the shows? Here you go, right here. Boom. You watch Ant-Man and the Wasp? Boom. You watch this? Boom. But for the random Marvel fan, I think you have to give this Doom story in some way. It's called Doomsday.
So here's what I think is going to happen because obviously we know we're going to get another trailer before the movie come out, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This trailer was the reaction trailer. This was Thor reacting to the shit that he saw. And then the next trailer we'll probably get Doom's speech and here's where I think even with what you said with him, like, beating Kane, you got to think, like I said, with Robert Downey Jr., his whole thing, even with when he created Vision and everything like that, and Ultron, his whole thing was to protect the world. He wanted to put a suit of armor around the world, right? So now you got to think with Kane, he wanted to protect the timeline, but he still allowed other multiverses to exist. Where Doom, he wants to rule one timeline. He's like, bro, all this other stuff is confusing. And if they're saying that Robert Downey Jr., he can be the only one, he probably like same thing as like Iron Man. I want to put a suit of armor around the timeline, but there's too many timelines. So let's fuck all this shit up. Let's make one timeline, and then I can rule. As like I said, that's what he wants to do. He wants to rule over one timeline. At least that's how it was in the comics too. So I feel like that's going to be the storyline that we're eventually going to get. Because with Doom, it's not like a Thanos or a Killmonger where it's like there's two sides to the coin. It's like he wants to just run. He's just that bad. So it's just like I feel like they got to establish that, and I feel like that's how you do it.
So, but my thing is, don't we also have to establish how he got so powerful in the first place?
I don't think you do. That's the thing. I think you tell that in Secret Wars, because you got to think about it. What they're doing right now, again, you cannot get past incursions. And one, you're combining. First of all, it's supposed to be 6 realities that are going to be in Doomsday. So that means 6 timelines, are witnessing incursions, which means the core of their universe is imploding, which I think he's going to figure out how to become God Emperor Doom, take pieces of all of these worlds and make Battle World, and also include the Void in one of those. I think that's also one of the realities that are in. What you about to say, Dion?
No, but how he got his powers because he defeated like the Beyonders, right? Like that's how he became.
But we know that. Does the
You're right.
Yeah.
But like the Beyonders were the reason for the incursions, right? Like, or was it the other way around? I can't remember.
Well, they changed it now. Now it's Strange. Strange is the one that caused these incursions, and then
with his multiverse of.
And that's an interesting. That's an interesting take because we ain't seen that nigga. And I guarantee you he's in this movie. Not only do I guarantee you he's in this movie, I guarantee you he's also the sub-villain. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you he's definitely part of this whole regime. Listen, like I said, I'm really.
They said Doom is not doing this alone.
Wasn't he like the right-hand man of Doom? After the universe,
and they already laid the breadcrumbs in Multiverse of Madness when they said when we realized the greatest threat to the universe isn't Thanos, it's actually Doctor Strange.
You, my nigga.
And look what he did already done with that bullshit Spider-Man movie. You already cracked reality.
Here we go.
He should have been an adult in that situation, man.
He definitely should have been an adult in him.
Right. Yeah, but he's not. And
he also can't get out of his own way in his own head. I don't know,
and that's but what you just said, that's what's going to lead to them beating Doom. Because at the end of the day, you can't get out of your way. Because Doom is so petty, that's why that's going to happen. Because even one of these scenes, like you saw the scene where Johnny was, it looked like Johnny was hugging Sue.
I think that was the son.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's when he makes Johnny the son. Like because in the comic books in Battle World, he's the one that he makes Johnny the son. So he's the whole thing that heats up everything. He puts Johnny smack dead in the middle of it.
Wait, real quick, another breadcrumb that they let, bro. They actually been, if they do this and they do make Doctor Strange the sub-villain, they actually been laying that breadcrumbs a lot because even if remember we're dealing with multiverses, even in the what if multiverse, Doctor Strange fucked up that universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He just turned
he has to be So, but my main thing, me and Will be going back and forth on it. We have to find out how Doom got his powers. There's no way you can just say, and I say that more so as for the casual fan. There's no, like, most people don't know this nigga like that. They just heard the name. They know the name Dr. Doom. They don't know what how he really got to where he is today, how he got his powers, how he, like that. They're missing. Here's my thing. They're missing out on if they don't do that, they're missing out on such good storytelling, not putting that in there.
So I got
So can I ask you this though? We saw how that worked because we didn't need that with Spider-Man. We didn't get Spider-Man's story this time. We jumped right into Spider-Man and what he does. We saw little crumbs of it, like you said, like showing the video of him catching the bus before he changed into his real costume. Again, I'm not fully leaving out like where you need to have the breadcrumbs of that, but I don't think you have to pigeonhole hold people's hands.
When you say Spider-Man, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, you talking
Tom
about
Holland? Like we didn't see
into Civil War,
yeah, we didn't see the spider bite him. We didn't see how he first started and got his powers, how he learned to crawl and stuff like that, like we saw in the other two franchises. We just jumped straight into it.
Well, here's the thing. Two reasons for that. One, it was a Captain America film, not a Spider-Man film, right? To me, this is a Doctor Doom film. Yes, it's called The Avengers. This is the thing is, I keep going back to this main point. Back in Infinity War, somebody said this to me, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was talking about something in my life that was going on, and it was like, "Clint, man, we in the era where the villain gets the movie." Talk about the Joker. We talking about even in the Dark Knight series, like the Joker was the standout, even though it was a Batman film, but it is a Joker movie. The point I'm making is that Thanos in Infinity War had the most screen time. You know what I'm saying? And in that they didn't go into a full Thanos backstory, but you did find out where he's from, why he is the way he is. All of these things, they threw that in there. So my point with this is you have to. I'm not saying you got to spend 50 minutes on Dr. Doom figuring out what he did, blah 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 blah. But you're also paying Robert Downey Jr. $350 million. You better. I need all the screen time.
I do got a question then, because I agree with you, but then I also agree with Will's point of. And even if they do it in the comics, right? Because you got to think, Robert Downey Jr. is already slated for both this and that, right? So whatever his deal is for this and Secret Wars, right? And in the comic, like I said, until the end of the run, right before Secret War, that's when the masks come off. Like you don't get Dooms right there to reveal. My thing is this: even from a creative storytelling standpoint, you don't think it'll be impactful if we get Doomsday and it's 2 hours and 50 minutes of Doomsday fucking up all these people that we love, and then in Secret Wars we get that moment where they do the explanation, like they kind of do it in reverse swap. Because you got to think, if they do the exact same beats that they did with Thanos and Infinity War and Endgame, it's the exact same thing. So how do you do something different?
And Thanos didn't get the same amount of screen time he did in Infinity War. He didn't at all. As a matter of fact, in Endgame, again, it was all about the get back. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, I think what I'm getting at is, you got to remember, Marvel is. I'm looking at it from a business perspective. You know what I'm saying? I got to take the creative hat off for a second. I got to take the comic book fan off for a second. You also have to, like, okay, prime example, right? You ever talk to somebody who's smart and you're like, yeah, this guy just gets it. He understands. But you ever talk to stupid people? Like, for real, you ever talk to somebody who you like, okay, you were definitely in the other class growing up, and I have to breadcrumb you and walk you through this. You know what I'm saying? I think Marvel has to do that to some degree, because it's not, like, listen, you don't generate $1 billion movie by just Marvel fans going to the theater, right? Like, everybody's going to go see the Odyssey. Everybody don't know the story of Troy and Odysseus and all that. You have to. I don't know. Maybe
what you just said. Nobody knows about that, and they still went to go see it. People know
but in the Odyssey, because it's word of mouth, and it's more so people are saying how good it is, so other people are going to go see it, and then it's like, so when you see it, it's like, okay, well, let me explain a little bit about what Troy is, or what this is, or what that is. That's all I'm saying. So it's like people go to.
I was going to say, if there's any franchise that's able to take liberties on not being able to do that, though, it would be the MCU. I get exactly what you're saying, but I feel like because Marvel's at a point, especially with the MCU, where they're like, everybody's already saying, like, not only superhero fatigue, but they're saying all the Marvel movies follow the same path every time. You're going to get a blue light beam, and so it's like, for them to shake it up, like I said, I can see Kevin Feige and them taking that liberty, saying, like, all right, we already got Robert Downey Jr. for 2 pictures, so I get it. And on a normal business, it wouldn't make no sense to book Robert Downey Jr. for this big cost of money and not show his face. But they also already revealed that it's Robert Downey Jr., right? Like, so it's like, it's not going to be, it's very, very publicly known. So now I have the liberty of, let's treat this movie like one big movie, Doomsday and Secret Wars, and you know that we won't, Robert Downey Jr. in this movie won't show his mask until the end of the first half of the movie, or the big movie, because like I said, they have the money, they have the attention, they have the liberty to to do something a little bit different, especially if they're trying to already prove, hey, we're not going to, like, these last phases, we're done, we're going to do a whole reset, but we're not trying to fall into the same tropes or bore y'all.
I think you'll still get those breadcrumbs of who Doom is, because the biggest thing is, like, this is what, our 3rd iteration of Doom, in the last 20 years or so. So it's all right, well, the first Fantastic Four,
I remember that,
and the most recent Fan Four Stick,
Yeah.
and the unreleased Doom from the mid 90s, right? The unreleased Fantastic Four. But you gotta, like, sort of wipe that clean a little bit, because if I was watching, I was like, oh, that's the guy from Fan Four Stick. Like, this ain't the same character. Mm-hmm. This isn't the same powers as anything. So just establishing Doom as, like, the be all end all in this movie, I think we will get more of his. I think we'll get his why, and I think we'll get, like, how he became so powerful, and that might be about it. But honestly, that's all you need. And you've already proven in the trailer.
And I'm fine with that.
You stopped Stormbreaker. You stopped. Wait a minute. The Stormbreaker that sliced Thanos almost in half. You stopped that. That's enough to establish him. But at the same time, like, I want to see him get his powers from Beyonders, man. You know,
that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
But that's why I say too, just like even to Deuce's point, is why you'll see the flip of it. Just like how you said Infinity War was mostly Thanos, we didn't really see him in Endgame. I think you reverse it here because I think we're focusing too much on the fact that it's a Doomsday and not enough of Avengers. Look at the trailer we just saw. Everything focuses on them. This is a big deal that MCU and Fox are merging together. Mm-hmm. Watching Mystique and Yelena fight one another. Yo, that is 3 hours right there. To where and then again, even from a business standpoint, if I got Robert and I know Doom is Robert, think about it. We already got to establish Doom. The big twist that he looks like Tony Stark, that is a piece in this story of how all of them react, how everything gets changed upside down. That is something that you save, especially when you know Secret Wars is your next thing. Yeah. And then I think in Secret Wars, we learn it from his side because now all reality is him. So think about how WandaVision started off. How no one knew what the fuck was going on, and it's kind of like, wait, this don't seem right. And then you see Doom as Emperor Doom, as God Emperor Doom in his chair. Now again, too, you still see how he done got his powers. So again, like we all agree, and you got to sprinkle that in. But I think the majority of his story you get will be told in Secret Wars, and then how that starts to crumble. Because again, with Secret Wars and Doomsday, we have to jump through multiple different perspectives. Because we're going to be jumping to Black Panther and Namor. We're going to be jumping to Fantastic Four. We're going to be jumping most likely to the Young Avengers in Secret Wars because something's not going to be right when this clock hits 0.
Yeah.
So I'll say this too. To Deuce's point, the second trailer is going to tell me everything I need to know.
Yeah, yeah.
The second trailer will tell us everything we need to know. Because if in the second trailer, all we do is see something like this, and we don't see his face, we just see him do, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. That's all I'm saying. So, like, the second trailer is going to tell us everything we need to know about what's finna happen in this film.
I ain't laughing about what you said, Clint, but as soon as you said it was like, when we see the second trailer, I'm gonna know everything I need to know. Ari looked up like, she ain't a shit.
Tell her she was interrupting progress, man. You've been interrupting progress, crying on time.
No, it was funny how she looked up like, no, you're not. All right. You can wait till December. It's like, I know something you don't know.
What do y'all think we're going to see in the next trailer?
I think it's going to be more Doom focused. I do believe it's going to be, like I said, Doom's perspective, or at least just saying, like, one of his monologues, like whatever his monologues kind of like not necessarily say what he's doing, but pretty much say his motivation, like how he wants to rule or some shit like that. I feel like it's going to be that.
So here's the other question too: Who when they showed that video of everybody in the chair, who have we not seen yet?
Oh shit!
So that's the thing I think to keep. No, not to like name them out right now. I'm just saying I think that's the thing to keep in mind. We're moving into the next trailer. Like, who did we not see? We didn't see Nightcrawler, and we know Nightcrawler has a fight scene in there. So we didn't get to see him. There's a few other. We didn't see Beast in this one.
We definitely didn't see Beast.
Yeah, it was whoever was on that poster. There's a lot of them that we didn't see.
There's a lot of them we haven't seen yet. So I think that second one will also show us a lot of that. And then also too, I think it also could not be Doom focused. It could be X-Men focused. So you might have it where Charles is talking this entire time, and he's giving a pep talk like Thor gave to the Avengers. Why would it not be Charles giving it to his X-Men?
Man, how many times we gonna see Charles die, man?
I know, because he's looking out that window. We know what's out that window. Right. Those Earths are collapsed. It's over, man. It's over.
It's happening. Like he's sitting there doing this. Ain't nothing that can't help you, my guy.
It's like those old black and white movies when they're driving and they go off the road and just go like this. That's how he is at the window, man.
Let's keep in mind, we don't know where that's at.
That is true.
Hear me out. We don't know where the X Mansion is at. What if it's where the same place He Who Remains is, and he's witnessing it from a safe place, but watching all of it get destroyed? Because we keep forgetting that the TVA is also involved, and when you break down what the TVA can do, another reason why Kang has to be in this.
Yeah, they can move on. They can move the whole school.
Yeah, and then there's that whole thing about the scene where you see Ben and all of them together. This is supposedly in the void.
So you think that's the void? So
I don't know.
Because like I said, they're clearly keeping the water back, and I was like, I don't know if it was Namor or Sue that's doing it, because
or Wakanda technology. It could also be that.
But it's weird because it's like that doesn't look like sea floor. Like I feel like
that doesn't look like sea floor. But where he was at Talakon, that did look like sea floor, and it did look like the water evaporated or whatever the fuck.
Right, yeah. And but like I said, that's clearly a wall of water behind them. So I'm like, I don't know where they're at. Like this is a weirdly looking scene.
It could also be fake though. That could also not be there.
It could be.
That's the biggest thing to me.
And Falcon.
I got a hot take about who's not there and that and what it doesn't make sense. Because in that last scene, I don't think that was actually Cap. That I think that was Loki.
I said the same thing. I said the exact same thing. Because now Loki's finally worthy. This man has been burdened with glorious purpose. He's worthy of it now. That would be dope to see.
I feel like that his reaction wasn't to Cap. Like, why would he be like he thinks Loki is dead? He's thought Loki's been dead this whole time. So when he said this can't be, and then like his reaction seems more like to Loki.
The only thing is that he extends out he extends out his hammer for him to take it. I don't know if he'd do that that might be after it. When he says like, how could it be? That might be after he gets it, and then Loki.
But think about how he reached out forward, where he was questioning it, like where it's like, is it gonna do it or is it not gonna do it? That's how Cap looked, and it's like, if this is regular Cap, this didn't happen too long ago, so it's gonna come to you.
Cap knows.
So it's been two rumors that go around. Let me not say that, because I'm gonna say this as a first, because Deuce, I haven't heard that one with Loki, but the one that has been floating around is that's not our Cap, that's Captain Hydra.
I still haven't. I've asked everybody who said that. I'm like, what precedents are y'all using to lead up?
Well, here's the thing. This is Captain America in a different universe. We don't even know what universe. We don't know what universe he's in.
That's the thing, right there.
We don't know what universe he's in. This is a different timeline. This is a branch timeline. And again, there's two things that need to happen that's getting ready to come up. We got to see the next trailer, and we got to see what happens in Endgame that they just added.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm definitely going back to watch that.
I do believe it's a mixture of the two, though. So either this is Loki, and then you have the Loki Thor reunion, because this has to be where they meet the Fantastic Four before they all walk off the ship into wherever they're going to, whether that be Avengers Tower or whatever. That was there, and they did not show who was walking behind Thor when they were coming in.
Yeah.
Which again could be Loki in this scenario, or what it could also be is Loki and them have already had their reunion and they had to go get Cap, and that's why you see him when he's holding his card and he flips it. I think he's in Cap's house.
Yeah,
and
he is. He's definitely at Cap's house.
Definitely at Cap's house.
Oh, really? I didn't pick that up.
Yeah, because if you watch the first trailer they had where he's on his bike and he's riding and he's home, it's the same kind of color tones.
Yeah,
as in there.
You're right.
But I can see that as he's caused an incursion based off of what he did by staying with Peggy.
Right,
and because he has to tell them to fix it.
I don't want to blame Steve for that.
The reason why I've been leaning,
come on, man,
on the Loki is because I'm like, you got to remember, Loki was sitting at the chair, holding at the tree branch, holding the timelines together. So he's obviously like he got off the chair. One, I need to know what happened that got him off the chair. Obviously, it was Doom, but it was like, nigga, did Doom pack you out, and then now you have to like flee, or like did you see? Because obviously,
or it could be a variant.
It could be a variant.
Do you think Captain America is in the Fantastic Four universe? That's where I think he is. I think that's where I think he is.
Well, because there's rumors to say the one when he went back with Peggy, he stopped World War II, which led into the Fantastic Four 60s.
Oh, okay.
So, because again,
if there's no World War II technology, there's world peace, which we see in the Future Foundation, and technology changes. Technology is advanced. Technology, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because remember, there's a Spider-Man there and there are X-Men there because they hinted at that. So they're in that universe. So I could see how that would happen based off of them I would say not fully stopping it. I would say like they stopped it at some point, but at least to the part where you at least still get Magneto. To where that at least went down. But I do still believe that this is not our Cap. And remember, like when he went back, you split the timeline. So now that one, and the only reason why it was safe at first, because you had Loki there. But now if Loki, the god of stories, is dead, well, we're back to what Kang said.
Yep. And we can also tell that this is not our Cap because if the one that they showed us in that mini trailer was the Cap with our Cap beard, like shorter, like it's like, bro, wait, did you just grow all that shit like for the real quick, like so it's like
so we're thinking like every Captain America is worthy, if that's the case. Like in every universe, he's worthy.
He can't be.
He's got to be.
But here's the thing, because the Hydra version of him was worthy. Because in the comic book, he gets Thor's hammer.
But didn't they change the description a little bit? Like it was the enchantment got changed or something, like it got manipulated or something like that.
It was made outright. It was like, whoso holds this hammer, if they be worthy, will possess the power of Thor. That we kept changing that to if you're a good person, you get it. It never said that. It said whoever holds this hammer, if worthy, will possess the power of Thor. And if you're pure of heart, that where your side is right, why couldn't he pick that up? Because remember, Hydra believed what they doing was right. They believed what they was like, yo, freedom is a false perception that needs to be taken away. They believed that they were helping the better good by defeating their enemies. So you were, and again, America in some ways think the same thing. So you have Captain America that stands for that. You have Captain Hydra that stands for that. So it would make sense that he could pick that hammer up.
But I don't think Hydra is the worst panel in Marvel comic book.
Oh my god!
But I don't think you put that. And I don't think you put that back in here. I don't think you press that. That's why the Loki thing seems way more valuable. Because again, too, we in space. Why is Cap in space the first time Thor sees him?
Right. Right. You know,
that don't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that Loki stuff make perfect sense though. He just hold it and then he turned back into himself and he just look at him. That's why he say it's not possible.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why we say that's what we're doing. I said it on Wednesday. Dude. He's finally worthy, man. He's finally. After 39 movies, he's finally worthy.
After 39 movies is crazy.
This is 39.
No, because if you think about it too, how much they've told his story of redemption from where he was to what he is now, and Loki has had a pretty consistent through line of the MCU. Like we've always had some kind of focus on him because he could have easily like been done in Avengers. Yeah, and they didn't, and they's like, you know, we're gonna keep going. Like he's involved in this heavy, so it's like I can see that redemption arc coming. But we're gonna jump into some other segments with this. I know Clint does have to hop off, man. Hey,
y'all saw the reason why.
Yeah,
y'all see the reason why.
Being a mogul and a dad is never easy, man. But even coming to take time out to come and be with us, man. We appreciate it.
Thank y'all for having me, man.
Yes, sir. So we will catch you next time. So.
Your go-to spot for everything pop culture, gaming, comics, and the stories that shape the worlds we love. From breaking news to deep dives and wild conversations, if it's geek culture, make sure you like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on all our social media platforms so you never miss a moment. Stay plugged in, because this is straight out of a comic book.
That's man. You just blew my mind with the fact, man. Just say it again, so we have a fresh clip for it. Please state what you just said. Your theory.
All right. So my theory is this: that, like I said, in that moment where Thor says it's not possible, that is not Captain America. That is actually Loki. Because, like I said, through everything that he's been through and everything like that, like I said, it's 39 movies. He finally became worthy, and it's a good button to like his story, because even with him becoming the tree, remember he did that as a sacrifice. That was his self-sacrifice of everything that I put into this universe. This is giving me purpose. So now, like I said, the last thing that's unresolved is that he never really resolved it with his brother. So now you know what I'm saying, you during this moment where you also saw what's going on with Doom, because you're at the seat of the whole universe. Like, you see what's going on with Doom. Now you got to get back off the chair. You got to get back in action. But then you're reuniting with Thor. That moment, that reaction that Thor had wasn't a Captain America reaction. Why would he react like that to Steve? But he would react like that seeing Loki, and also seeing Loki, his brother, who's been mischievous his whole life, seeing that he's finally worthy to hold Mjolnir. Yeah, bro, that's my theory.
That works so much better than that Captain Hydra theory. So well, like that, man. Because again, even too, like how he held his hand out, like he was questioning if it would do it. Because again, why would Cap like ever feel concerned that it wouldn't work? Like
even with the smirk, that he gave it, like, oh shit, I'm here now.
Yeah, and I don't think he says pal. Yo, remember how he made fun of Captain America when they were walking with injustice and in truth? Like, I could see Loki, because I was like, Captain America don't say hey pal. Like, that don't sound like Cap, but that sound like somebody that's making fun of Cap. Oh man, and just with the smile and the smirk, and then it just the little green aura coming, it's him. And why is Cap in space? That don't make no sense.
Space? Yeah,
that make no fucking sense whatsoever. Damn, hey, listen, that's the clip right there. Because
theory, man.
Yeah, if we can all get one good theory correct on here, like there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it. So, but we gave a breakdown, of course, which people can go check out separately when it comes to Avengers Doomsday. But I also too want to, again, get into good question trailer reactions, and then again on some more stuff. So I just want you to pick one thing to focus on with the questions that I'm about to ask when it comes to the trailer reaction. So, Dion, I'm gonna start with you first. What made you yell when you watched this? You're a pretty calm person, but what made you?
Man. All right, I'm not gonna take the obvious with Stormbreaker and the two fingers, man. That was obvious. That all got us. I ain't gonna lie. Seeing Cyclops in his full suit, that was my first initial reaction of like, oh man, here we like. Just show me that. You could have showed that clip for me, and I'm like, I'm there. Say less. Even when the teaser, when he took his goggles off, and I was like, finally. And shout out to James Marsden, man. He finally gets to be Cyclops. Mm-hmm. That was my moment for that one. Like, I don't know how long he's gonna be in the movie, or if he makes it, but hell, man, we got him in the blue and yellow. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Deuce, what about you? Because I know you are someone who is a real Marvel enthusiast like the rest of us, but what did you see that was just like made you yell?
So even though I don't like him as my Gambit, that Gambit and Shang-Chi fight, I was like, yo, because like I said, like the MCU, where I still give the trust, even though, like I said, I don't like Channing Tatum as my Gambit. I give the MCU the trust of like how they do their fights, how they do their special effects, and everything like that. And that Gambit Shang-Chi fight, I'm like, Shang-Chi back, and then we got an actual comic book accurate Gambit fighting. Like, that right there got me excited.
Yeah. Now I know. I want to know too, what gave y'all chills when it came to this trailer? Because I know for me personally was when Mystique turned into Yelena. Not the fact that just turned into Yelena, but still the old school way of her turning with the little, because we saw like the scrolls turn and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, man, that's cool. But I always thought the way Mystique transformed was just so fire. And to see that again, I was just like, oh, she's back. Oh, they did it for me. They did it. And it was space too. It was just like right in the middle, like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh. But Deuce, what about you? What about this trailer gave you chills?
You know what? So one thing that I always love, and it gives me chills all the time because I just love this property much. I love when the Wakandans get into fighting stance, bro. Like that moment when they was in, like I said, Talokan. And then, like I said, like they had to, like, I was like, oh shit, because I already know that Black Panther sound plays on it, like, and I love that sound, bro. Like, oh yeah, I love that. So like that for me, anytime that we can tap back into Black Panther or Wakanda, I get chills on that.
Dion, same for you, man. What about the trailer just gave you chills?
The whole 2 minutes and 20 seconds. But no, but I mean, shoot, man. Before all of our theories, it's seeing Chris Evans back as Cap. Like that was like we knew, we saw the teasers, we knew all of it, but just not that moment, just to see Mjolnir go back to him like that, because we know how that made us feel in Endgame. It sort of it perked that back up again, and then I was like, all right, man. We back in it. That's how I think I ended the trailer. Was like, oh, we back in it. That was my like chills moments because I remember Endgame, man. It was just something about it.
That seems to be the consensus with everybody. Marvel's back. Marvel is back. But even too with that, because I know I had two questions that are kind of similar, so I'm gonna combine them into just one. In watching the trailer though, I still want to know. I know everybody wasn't fully convinced. I know people did say, hey, it is back, but I'm more curious as to what at least is one concern that you have after watching this trailer when it comes to Doomsday. And Dion, let me start with you.
Yeah, man, concerns is a tough one because I think for me, it just boiled down to the cast of characters that we're seeing. Like the ones that we saw in this trailer, it made sense. Fantastic Four, the Avengers with a Z, and the Avengers with Sam, right? And the Wakandans and everything. I think just like Monica Rambeau's not there. I don't even know if she's in this movie. It's just like I wouldn't mind seeing like some. I didn't get a lot of young talent in this one. You know what I mean? To for a future run for Marvel, but maybe that's later in Secret Wars. Right now, it's like, hey, we're getting the old band back together. But that could be. I'm talking myself into concerns, and I hate this. My concerns is that it's too much of like bringing back old things. You know what I mean? That could be a concern a little bit. But for me, man, I enjoyed the shit out of this trailer. This was great for me.
Well, it's a great trailer.
Right? Yeah. I'm having trouble trying to figure out the concern.
Yeah.
If there's none too, you could just say, hey, I don't have a concern.
Yeah, right now I don't, because like say, I didn't like the micro trailers at all. So this is actually what I was waiting for. Like I said, I already knew that I was going to go see this movie and I'm excited for it. And this movie, this trailer gave me everything that I needed. Like I know that Clint wants to get the story, but I'm like, for me, like I might not even watch the second trailer. Like, I generally only watch the first teaser trailer because that's all I really need. I think that also, if I had to choose a concerning moment, I would say, even as much as I love the trailer, this was a safe trailer to me. Like this was like a surefire. Like they didn't really push anything too crazy. I mean, the Stormbreaker one, that to me, that was the crazy moment, and finally seeing X-Men and actually live. But it was like, this is also all the things that we already anticipated and predicted. Like there wasn't a moment that really shocked me. It was just more so like y'all did exactly what I needed y'all to do, and that's so that's what I did. That's what I got.
Yeah, I think the only concern I have is sort of to Dion's point is just so much has to be told in 3 hours.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I'm just curious how you will blend that well. But again, it's a small concern because I have faith in them because we said the same thing with Avengers, said the same thing with the second Avengers, even said the same thing with Civil War. Like, you know, like how will y'all be able to handle all these characters? And I think they did a fantastic job when watching Civil War and having all of those people there. So I know this is on a more grander scale, but I think just from what we've seen with them putting pieces of them together to be able to jump to different perspectives of the overall story, I think they'll be able to stick the landing, especially in the Russo brothers.
Because even Infinity War, like all the jumping we did in Infinity War, I feel like everybody got like equal time. There was never a point in that movie where I was like, man, let's go back to Rocket and Thor. It went back perfectly. It was like, I'm locked here. Then when we jump back, I'm locked here too. And Deuce, just to say like how safe this trailer was, 500 million trailer reviews in 24 hours. Yeah, that's how many people, how many times this thing has been viewed in a 24-hour span. Which is 500 million. Come on, man.
I know. I at least contribute 8 of those views. 8 times. So I know I'm contributing to that. So one thing I want to get into now is, of course, hear me out. This is our hot take lightning, where you give us your hot take. I would like it if you can try to keep it to 30 seconds. If not, you know, again, we get off the rails, Dion. So, you know, we will do what we do. But I will go first in here just to kind of get the thing started. So hear me out. Doom is going to kill all of the X-Men. And that's the reason why they're going to announce who's going to be at X-Men at Comic-Con, because you're going to see them in Secret Wars.
Yep. I agree. So to expand upon that, hear me out. I think everybody in this movie is going to die. I think that
everybody
except maybe like 2 or 3 people. And the reason for it is because, like, I know, like I said, we're doing a soft reboot, and so it's not going to be a full reboot. But like I said, I'm looking at this and Secret Wars as one collective movie that they're just still filming. And I do believe like everybody has to die. Halfway point is going to be big battle world, and then it's going to be finite and it's going to end everything. And but like I feel like certain characters, generally. There's a lot of fodder bait that's there. That's like we got to end those storylines in order for us to move forward.
Yo, I got. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dion, because I had another hear me out.
All right, hear me out. I don't know if this is a solid one, but I think after we get past, is it just for Doomsday or just the future of the MCU?
Doomsday.
Okay.
Well, no. You know what? No. For the sake of it, go with your thought.
Okay, my thought is that like Pedro Pascal is going to be the new like Iron Man of this universe. Like he's going to be like that like that face that Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man was. I think it's going to be Mr. Fantastic for this one because of the Doom connection and all the stuff. Because that's a lot of story too. Yeah, like Doom and Fantastic Four. That's Doom wanted everything. He had, man, Mr. Fantastic. He wanted his wife, he wanted his kids, he wanted his life. So I'm thinking like that's gonna be like the dynamic moving forward, where like he's gonna be that anchor for the next generation the next phases of Marvel.
Okay.
Man, it's so much now that I think about that, because we still were trying to figure out where Doom was from. Mm-hmm. And I am still sitting on the fact that I think he is from the Fantastic Four's universe.
He's got to be, because the place card, the name card he wasn't sitting there.
But I also think that's the time when he was taking over Latveria. I think that's when he was conquering Latveria while the person wasn't there. Because I remember reading up on Doom, and there are like stories where he's had to like siege Latveria from like dictators.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why you didn't see him there. But I also, like, if you're saying if you're going to make Reed the anchor being, I think when you saw that closing scene of Fantastic Four, I think that was, because again, like if Sue knew who Doom was, she wouldn't have had the facial expression she had. She wouldn't have been like that. Like if she's encountered Doom before, it'd have been like the face would have been different. This was the face for me of a woman who did not know who this person was, or may not knew that, oh wow, it's Victor. Like I feel like they have not seen Victor in years.
But it's going to be interesting then, because like I said, that first no mask interaction is going to be the one that kind of lets us know. Because what if they see the face of Tony and they're like, wait, who the hell are you? You're not Victor. Or what if they see it and what if they see it and it's like Victor and everybody's like, Victor? No, that's Tony. Like that's going to be, that moment is going to be very, very crucial.
And that's why I say Robert gonna keep that mask on most of Doomsday. Like that's too crucial of a part for you to just flat out give away just so you get more screen time of Robert, which makes me think we're going to get more of him in Secret Wars than we will in Doomsday. Because the other thing I know Clint, like we don't talk about, he hadn't mentioned, is Peter. Bro, what happens when Spider-Man finds this out?
That's gonna break.
That's a huge piece we have not seen or heard about,
and that's why I wonder what this end credit on Spider-Man about to be, because they said it's going to directly tie in to Dooms, and I'm just like, oh shit, like what is it? Like there's so many possibilities. It can be just seeing an incursion happen. It can be he actually one of the people that sees Tony's face and be like, wait a minute, like we don't know what is going to happen.
No, you know what? What was I can't remember the name of the character, but it was the name of it. Like when this first started in the comic books, Doom went by like an alias before it was revealed that it was Doom behind it. I can't remember what the name of it was, but he was almost kind of like Spectre in DC's universe, but they didn't know that was Doom. Yo, what if he does that as Tony? Like I'm Tony from another universe. They don't know though that that's Doom. And then when they come to reveal that it's like, everything is what it appears to be, and then he do that, and because again he know magic, so why not do that? And then you see this face, and you see the real fucked up version of him, and then you see him put the mask on.
Well, that's that. I do believe another opening to kind of show his power. I do believe, I think that he's really going to kick Loki's ass at the beginning, and then Loki's going to have to go back to the TVA, because, like I said, hold on, Deuce, hold your thought, because you just moved into our next segment.
Okay, just saying that, and you're gonna go first, so I just want you to hold your thought. I just want to introduce it correctly. So the next thing that we were doing is a fantasy booking, and what you are going to do, and we're going to start with Deuce, is you are going to finish the sentence. Mm-hmm. If I directed Doomsday, and what it's going to be is right now your opening scene. So you are the director of Doomsday. Mm-hmm. What is your opening scene?
Opening scene is Doom versus Loki, and that's where, like I said, because you got to think Doom, he's kind of like, he collects the power, like he gets power ups by like defeating, like say, powerful beings and everything like that, and to get that magic. And we've seen him wielding green magic. We've seen Doom wielding green magic, and who's established green magic in the MCU? Loki. And like, especially if we're doing, face changing technology and shit like that, Doom is going to beat Loki and take his magic, and like I said, his suit of armor starts getting certain things, visuals and stuff like sigils, and stuff like that. So I do believe that if I directed Doomsday, my opening scene is Doom versus Loki, Doom overpowering Loki, taking his power, and that's setting off like, whoa, all right.
Okay, now give me the first death. Is it Loki?
No, I'm leaning now with Clint. I'm thinking it's Kane.
Okay, so that's your first death. If you were directing, that's what your first death would be. Is Kane.
Yep.
Okay, now give me your biggest cameo.
So I got a random theory, and it's just more so, I wouldn't say the biggest cameo, but it'd be the most unexpected. I think Halle Berry's Storm gonna pop up in here.
Okay.
And just to kind of give a backstory by it, Halle Berry started reflecting on Storm and everything like that randomly on Twitter. Started reflecting as her time on Storm, right? And then Chris Hemsworth was doing an interview, and somebody was like, Halle Berry told me to ask you why ain't Storm in in Doomsday, and then Halle Berry reposted that, was like, he knows why. And it was like, wait a minute, so you are actively talking about Storm in this Marvel MC universe? And I think that for me, that would be like, oh shit, I did not see that coming at all. That's my biggest cameo.
I think she does show up, but I'm curious if she shows up from a different timeline.
I definitely think it's gonna be a different timeline.
Yeah, but also now, you know what? I think it will be extra, because I don't see because again, we like to jump so far ahead, and then it's like the obvious one, and it's like, okay, but we don't know what happened to regular X-Men Storm. So it's like, why would you not show that?
Yeah.
Why would you not give us that? But one thing I would like to also see, just to throw it out there, I would like to see her in a different universe, married to a different Black Panther that's older. Like Denzel.
Yeah. Somebody said Denzel is currently around Comic-Con.
Yeah, and he's in the next movie too. Like he let that slip a few months ago.
I think he's either a villain or I think he's Bass. I think he's the embodiment of Bass.
Okay.
But that's just me. But okay, so we're still in the direct to see the Deuce. What is your final shot of Doomsday?
Emperor Doom on the throne. One.
Just panning out.
Yeah.
Okay. But then give me your end credit scene.
So my end credit scene, that is, it's going to be a scene with the big guns. So like I said, to me, all the people are saying there's like, this person not in it, this person not in it, we haven't seen this person in the trailer and everything like that. I think that's when that's going to give us our signal that, all right, we got to get it together. So I think that's when I don't know which characters yet, but I'm like, you'll see, you know what I'm saying, Monica Rambeau, you'll see Beast, you'll see, you know what I'm saying, like you see the big dogs that you're like, oh shit, all right, now, you know what I'm saying, you see Wanda, you see Doctor Strange, maybe, like it just, whoever's going to be the big guns that we need to defeat Dr. Doom, that's who we're going to see.
Okay. All right. Now, Dion, we go over to you. You're in the director's chair. You are the director of Avengers Doomsday. We're in the writer's room. Walk us through. What is your opening scene?
Mine, like we talked before, Doom taking out the Kangs. I want him to like walk into the arena. I don't know how we can get by without showing Jonathan Major's face. I don't know if we got the rights to that because we got him in old stuff. I don't know how you do that. But he just destroys all of them in there. And that goes into my first death is just all the Kangs. Like that's how we get rid of Kang out of this universe somehow. So yeah, that's my opening scene, and my first death is the Council of Kangs. Like I want the whole Coliseum, torched. Like how he's getting up in that trailer. That's the aftermath of everything that just happened. Cameo, long shot, but we got Gambit in there, right? Let's get Deadpool in here somehow. Let's have him make a cameo in this. A little levity too, obviously, but let's see if he can make a jump into this one. What was the next one?
Final shot.
Final shot. All the incursions, one universe. Like there's no more worlds. There's no more. It's just one. With Kang watching on, and then like Sue Storm comes up to stand behind him because he basically has rewritten everything. At least that's how it was in the comic book, right? So that's how my final shot would be him. So sort of like what Deuce said with him watching from his throne, but Sue's beside him, and there's just one Earth, man. There's no more universes.
That'll break everybody's mind. Seeing Sue, like we just established that the first family. Now she's already.
Because he takes everything. He took everything, man, from Miss Fantastic. And then my after credit scene is like a Battle World team up. So it's sort of rounding the troops to sort of like how, and it might be because I watched Spider-Verse this weekend, but it's just how that ending was, where all the ones that were going to go help Miles, we just swing in and swing out. Whatever that team consists of, that's how I'm ending it. You know what? Let me set the team. I got Spider-Man in there. I got shoot. The new okay. Damn, now I'm rewriting. Oh god. Final shot, the X-Men. The new X-Men.
Ooh.
And teaming up for Battle World.
Wait, is that the final shot or the
final shot? End credits, because I'm thinking too much because I want so much. You know, it's
he is overloaded right now. He's just
so that would be that. I go that end credit showing like an epic like X-Men stance to be my X-Men.
And it's the new X-Men. And that can lead us into Battle World somehow too. Mm-hmm. If we get that.
Also, you know what would be hilarious in your scenario? It'd be hilarious if Namor's only reason for joining the battle is like, bro, he took Stu before me. Because you know Namor also they also have a weird relationship. Namor be trying to get Stu as well. So I want
but it's gonna be so wild to like think about this because we got 4 months to think all this through again. Mm-hmm. This is obviously gonna change. Maybe by next month.
Absolutely.
If you had to put me in the driver's seat, man, I had two. Oh, no, you know what? I'm gonna stick with one opening scene because I know y'all went with Kane. I'm going with my opening scene is Reed talking to an old college roommate, and they're working on something. But you don't see this guy's face. You hear the voice though.
Yeah.
And you also hear him say the same line Tony says, but just a little bit of a different variation. I don't know how it would be phrased, but instead of a suit of armor around the world, it's this. But that's what causes conflict between him and Reed. And you start to establish the relationship between these two. We know who it is. Yeah. We know.
Yeah.
They know. And you don't show that.
And that also hits exactly what Clint wants because like so now you get like
giving you a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. And then you know what it can be? It can be a shot where you see Reed and then you just see the guy's hand like this, and it's like it is to deter a ultimate duel. And blacks out Marvel Studio credit. Start.
So who's your first death?
Man, you know who my first death is? Thor.
Thor got a kid now, man. We got to get him back to his kid. How about no one? How about that? How about no one?
Why mine gotta have nobody? First of all, y'all killing off the black people. Why y'all killing off the black people when you know we don't have a lot of them in here?
I killed another villain. Okay,
nigga, I said Thor. They lost their mind real quick. They were like, "No, the one with a child." I'm like, wait, that's your biggest upset about this?
Yeah, man.
Tony had a kid. Y'all didn't care if he was gone. I heard no one say that. Oh,
yes,
man.
we did.
I didn't kill him off.
Ooh, you know what? I'm not opposed to that because so here's the thing. I keep on looking at these movies, right? As like, all right, obviously, like I said, they said it goes into like right after Endgame and everything like that. But like a good chunk of Infinity War and Endgame dealt with a self-loathing Thor, right? Now we dealing with a fear Thor, and I'm like, I get it. He was in that first trailer and we heard his speech, but again, it's like, is Thor the through line? So that we get him out, like, yeah, I'm not opposed to us getting him out because, like I said, it's like. I get it because Thor's a guy, like, but it's like, how many times do we gotta hear Thor be scared or Thor be self-loathing or Thor be down and out? Like, we did it already.
And what better way to establish that even more than by going, hey, who am I? A god killer. So the first one I take out is an actual god. That's my first step.
I'm not opposed to it, man. I'm not opposed.
Then you focus on everybody else because now it's okay. We're focusing on the new class and still this older class that's going on. And if you notice too in the trailer, you don't see Thor at that X match. You hear put your petty squabbles, and that could be him talking to Fantastic Four or talking to both Avengers teams. And they go on this mission, and Thor does not make it back.
Yeah, that could be first act fight because I do believe that fight happens early with Stormbreaker, And it's like after that, I don't see Doom just tossing the Stormbreaker and then walking away from Thor. If he tossed Stormbreaker, that's a final fight, bro.
And again, if you think about it, who do you have left? Which is what you just said, Dion. Reed being the anchor, because who else is gonna know about Doom other than Reed? And then also you get the Council of Reeds, which means what if John Krasinski's Fantastic comes back?
Remember,
that was one version of one branch that got altered because of what Wanda did. So that's a now separate timeline, which means that other version does still exist somewhere.
Then in the comics there was an Illuminati before this, there was Illuminati for 616 that no one knew.
It was Black Panther, Namor, Reed.
I think Professor Cap was in there too, because Cap was like, "I'm not doing this."
Yeah. No, Cap wasn't in there. Cap and Black Panther. Cap and Black Panther refused to join the Illuminati because remember, this was during Civil War, and it was Iron Man's idea to send Hulk away to Planet Hulk, so he couldn't choose no one side.
Okay. Because I read somewhere where it's like, again,
there are different versions of the Illuminati.
Yeah, I think I'm confusing the two.
Yeah, they formed more than once. Because
did we get one in this one though? Did we get a 616 Illuminati?
We didn't get. They didn't establish it, but they kind of left it in the air that there is one.
That's the thing. Like, it's not supposed to. It's like Fight Club, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Will, who's your biggest cameo?
Man, my biggest cameo. Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. My biggest cameo may not be as big to everybody else, bro, but my biggest cameo is, man, I want to see the Eternals.
Oh, I ain't gonna hold you. I'd be happy about
Bring them back.
I'm an Eternals movie defender, bro. So I definitely would love.
Because it's like you still, and then because it's just like if you're talking about X-Men and everything too, it's like, man, I want something back dealing with a Celestial, so we get back to Apocalypse.
Here's where to Clint's point of what I'm saying, hand walking the people who are not as in depth as us, right? I do believe that if they try to go the Beyonders route, that's a lot of explaining that they were going to have to reintroduce. I do believe that the Celestials take the place of in this universe timeline. I think that we'll see Doom destroy them, and that's how he gets his power. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that we can see the Eternals in this one because that, like I said, that's what the MCU does a lot. They'll substitute one for another, so they kind of establish it. You know what I'm saying? So I do, like I said, that's how I think that'd be the substitute. That Celestials and Eternals is what Doom has to destroy, and that's what gets him starting on his journey.
But to be fair with that, I could see all of that being used to get to the Beyonders because we didn't think in Ragnarok we'd see Infinity. Like I was not expecting to see a live version of Infinity. So for them, and then too, you also got the aspect of the kids that might be getting taken during Doomsday. So Franklin, Love, all of them being collectively used to get to the Beyonder, which I still say should get played by Henry Cavill. Because you just need one. You don't need a bunch of them. Just use one. And then he kills him and then becomes God Emperor Doom. And that's really like my final shot. My final shot is looking on his kingdom of New Battle World. So it can go from the throne getting up and you see two things. Sue and Scarlet Witch is the Latvian witch now.
Oh,
we
saw the costume.
And we saw her sigils on his shoulder.
Which again,
her runes that she had, her protection spell, those runes was actually on his armor.
Which is why I say you don't learn all of that till Secret Wars, because then again, there's so much about him and how he got his powers. You can't tell X-Men, tell Avengers, and then tell how we moving into the next story all in 3 hours.
So what's your end credit scene then? Because that's a powerful final shot.
Yeah, my end credit scene is kind of similar to Dion's, it's going to be Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and a few group of other people who knows something is wrong. So they're the resistance in it. But it's not going to be who everybody thinks. I think it's going to be a handful. I think it's going to be him. I think it's going to be Wolverine, Deadpool, and then a few of the Young Avengers and Spider-Man.
You know what? Here's also what makes your final shot so powerful. For the most part, we've had superhero team, major villain, and his minions. What we haven't got was superhero team, super villain team. So if you show Doom with a possessed or a different version of Squad, and then also fucking Scarlet Witch, who we know is a fucking Omega level mutant, bro, that also establishes like, wait, we lost, but we are even in a worse state. Like with Thanos, we lost and it seemed finite. It was just like, wait, niggas is just gone. But if we lose like this, and then you also see a OP squad, it's like, bro, what is Secret World about to be? How do we even win this?
Yep, and I didn't throw in Strange either, standing right there.
Yeah, but yeah.
And you walk out and he addressing all his people of Battle World, but those are the people that don't remember. I like, hey, that's how you lead in the Secret Wars right there. And then that's how you tell Strange's backstory with everything that goes on. Because you figure out like everything else he's done to people, like to change into Battle World. Because we know Reed is probably locked up somewhere being tortured.
Like I'm anxious to see how, because we know they cherry pick stuff, right? Like from the comics, right? And then massage it and maneuver it into something different. Because like with Battle World, like, or at least like the one universe, every sort of like, I guess you say state or whatever was like a different sort of universe or timeline, right? Yeah. Even though it was one world, like you cross over into the next city, you could be in like the 1950s or something. Or you know, so I'm anxious to see how they do that, because Doom just completely sort of rewrites history and nobody remembers the world before him. So he's like the guide. You're here because of him. So I'm anxious to see which people, which set of superheroes are like, wait a minute, something's not right here. Or like, hey, we didn't do this. Or I want to see how they get to that point, or if they even touch on Doom sort of rewriting. I feel like
you will, because I feel like he's gonna learn from the mistakes of others, which is why I also think we're gonna get in Secret Wars the part where Doom rips out Thanos' spine and stuff.
Because
killing
him in What If.
Yeah, because if you think about it too, you can't erase everybody's stuff, and that's a thing I feel like it's been the constant like through line of what they're talking about. Even with Brand New Day, remember how they've always been running about? There's one person that remembers Peter Parker is Spider, and it's like, so it always said it's always to show you everything that you try to set into a motion will always have a crack in it. Which means all of this can be done by what Doom is saying, but because Doom is also very petty, there's going to be cracks in this. So I could see like Valkyrie being a surviving member here. I can see Hulk being a surviving person here. Again, I can see both Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man, actually, if you want to be honest with it, all the Spider-Man, and as well as a Wolverine, a Deadpool, and a few other Avengers, like even Ant-Man. Like I don't, you know, like the fact Ant-Man is still surviving all of this is just amazing to me.
But it makes sense too, because you got to think there's a lot of people who have universes within universes, like the Spider-Verse, the whatever universe that Ant-Man goes in. Like I said, Hulk be off-world, you know, Doctor. And then, like I said, it also makes sense also with Strange being the undervillain. You got to think with Doom seeing everything. Once he takes out Loki, or you know what I'm saying, even establish that, like even Loki being outside of time and space. But it was like he sees everything, meaning that he saw when Strange did the you know what I'm saying, did the spell for Peter. Yeah. He saw what Wanda did, you know what I'm saying, in Multiverse of Madness and Dreamwalk and everything. He's seeing the Spider-Verse happen and everything like that. So you got to think for Strange, if he wants to, you know what I'm saying, rewrite everything, for Doom, if he wants to rewrite everything, he's going to tap Strange like, hey, whatever you did, I need to do that on a larger scale. So now I need you to be like, whatever I need to do, now you're on my side. Also, Scarlet Witch, I saw you was able to walk between universes and everything. I need you on my side. Like, I can see him building this all-powerful team because of it fits his narrative of what he wants. I want to rule, but also want everybody to forget about their own universes. I need them to think that this is the only one. And
again, that may not work everywhere, and then that's where you see the cleanup part. Again, with that fight, like, and also too, this is one of those times in Secret Wars where, and Doomsday, you're opening this moment you can have to swap things out and not give a full explanation. Like, imagine in Secret Wars with people in Battle World and, like, we'll call them the Resistance, well, the Avengers, we'll say that, getting together, but they're from different universes, and it's just like, okay, like, imagine one of them going like, yeah, okay, we just need more help, and like, you know what, I got someone who's kind of a strategist and stuff that may be able to help with us, and it's like, who do you have in mind? You're like, I'd have to look for him, but he goes by Nick Fury, and it's just like, oh snap, so Sam survived, and then again though, this from a different timeline, and then the white version with the eye patch. Who was this? Nick Fury. What? And then it's like, yo, we got
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, because again, you don't have to explain it because it's Secret World. So we don't have to explain where he come from. We don't have to explain his story. It's just like, oh snap! If you know, you know. That's the original Nick Fury. Now again, it don't have to stay like that. Because he could die in Secret Wars. And when we finally get our official timeline, who knows what Nick Fury we get?
True.
But this is the times where you get to play with stuff like that because of what Doomsday is leading to. But because we did bring that up, though, I want us to do a little Marvel draft.
Okay.
We talked about our end credits all kind of go around each other where it's like, okay, who is this team that is going to be formed when it comes to defeating all of this? So what I want to know is, who would you want on your final Avengers team? It is God Emperor Doom. It is the Latvian Scarlet Witch. You got Sue Storm, Doctor Strange, whoever else he has as henchmen that you got to go through. Give me 5 characters that you pick to be on your Avengers team to end all be all.
All right. So I'm leaning in on what we have, like what we've seen or what's predicted. So I want Sadie Singh's Jean Grey.
If that's who she is.
That's who she is. That's why I'm still leaning on that.
I don't think so, but hey. No discussion for another day.
Yeah, right. I do want Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Okay.
But like I said, to me, he is my favorite Spider-Man. Because it's rough. Because like I said,
you got to think about who's in the MCU. So it's like, okay, where do I do with this?
All right, give me the Hulk.
Okay. That's 3.
That's 3. I do want Shuri's Black Panther.
Okay.
I still want to establish that.
Yeah, one more.
And then give me Shang-Chi.
That's not a bad list. So if you can, just name your 5. Who are your 5 final Avengers to face God Emperor Doom? You forgot that quick?
Oh, you want me to say it again?
Yeah, say it again.
I said Tom Holland Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Shuri's Black Panther, Incredible Hulk, and Jean Grey.
Okay. Dion, you want to go? You would like me to go?
You go. I want to. Well, we can't do duplicates, right?
Can't do duplicates.
Let me go. Let me go now.
Right.
Then. Yeah, man, that's a hell of a team, and then that's a hell of a team to go up against. I need a human in this thing. I'm pulling in Sam Wilson, man. Yeah, he's a man just fought a Red Hulk. So I'm thinking.
Not mad at that.
taking Sam. I wanted a Spider-Man in this one, but Deuce took Tom Holland. But I could get another one from another universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's get Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man in here. Let's get him in. Let's get him some shine. Vision, whenever Vision Quest sort of runs its course, if we even get it. I'm pulling in Captain Marvel because come on, man. And he took Hulk as my heavy hitter. So I'm keeping Thor. So my 5. Sam Wilson's Captain America, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, Vision, Captain Marvel, and Thor.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know how far we make it, man, but hell, like,
hey, it's not a
puncher's chance.
It's a solid team, sir. I'm going to go with Scarlet Witch, whichever universe she's coming from.
Okay.
Give me Reed Richards. Give me. I guess I'll take Toby's Spider-Man.
Toby ain't bad, man. What you saying like that for? He'll never run out of web. Like, come on, man.
Whatever, man. Because Andrew's my favorite. That's why I was like, you dirty motherfucker. That's what I was gonna pick. I was like, okay, I guess. And then, wait, I think that was 4, right?
That was 3, I thought.
Scarlet Witch, Reed Richards, Wolverine.
Oh, you just said Wolverine.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. And then shit, man. I'm trying to think of that 4th one. I mean that 5th one. I do need a heavy hitter.
You do, man. Like, I don't know who you pull out for that. Who else left?
Well, Scarlet Witch, depending on, considered a heavy hitter.
That's a heavy hitter. Yeah, I mean, I got some Omegas in there that couldn't be cooked with. And then Wolverine with his regenerative powers. Dang, y'all took all the big men. I want to say Ben, but I'm like, I don't know if I want Ben in my last thing. Shit. Man, fuck it. Doctor Strange. I'll take that. So my 5 or no. I know who I want. Okay, so here are my 5 final Avengers that I have. I have Scarlet Witch, I have Reed Richards, I have Wolverine, I have Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and then I have the new Black Panther. Whoever that might be. That's my ending Avengers team right there.
Okay.
That's my finals. Fuck a big man. I don't need no big man. Our big man. That's our big man right now. That's my final. Then you get a bit of magic. You also get a little bit of reconnaissance because Reed knows him. You got a dude that's an unstoppable weapon in Wolverine. You have the strategist, the power of Black Panther, and then Toby.
Man, put some respect on that man's name.
Man, I got respect for it, but you know who my favorite is. So I'm just like, all right, I guess if I got
I'll trade you. How about that? I'll take Toby.
Nah, it's cool.
You sure? I trade Spider-Man.
No duplicates, no trades. He's yours. Okay. Honestly, too, though, I would throw this prediction out. I think that's the one that gets the black suit. I think he gets the black Venom.
Who, Toby?
No, Andrew. I think that's Andrew's whole because he need a redemption thing for us to just outside of just saving Mary Jane. Like he need his moment that he didn't get. I think he gets the black symbiote suit if he's in Secret Wars. I don't think it's gonna be Tom.
Yeah. Ooh. Who knows, man? This is the thing, right? Like after 39 movies, we're still in this thing, man. You know, and the thing is that they've garnered up enough goodwill. Like even through the bad times where you're like, all right, man, it's fine. It was a little, we stumbled a little bit after Endgame. I get it. We had to put stuff on Disney Plus. I understand it, but I'll give you that grace because you got us to Endgame so masterfully.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, if you stumble, cool. But they can pick this thing right back up and run it in with these next 2 movies and whatever this next phase is that they're going to give us.
Yeah.
They can.
Wild.
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah, I agree. All right, but now we're going to figure out of this. We've talked about a lot of these characters and a lot of these people we're going to see, but we also, we always got to stir the pot a little bit. So I know for some of us, we feel like some people don't get enough shine or don't get enough, of their flowers given. And then some we feel like, hey man, get off their dick. You know what I'm saying? Like we're hearing it too much. So we're going to play a game called Overrated and Underrated. This is a rapid fire thing. Just quick off the top of your head. I'm going to name some people and you tell me, are they overrated or are they underrated? Okay. Just real quick.
Can they just be rated? Can they just be okay? like perfect? Like okay, all right.
So before we give me a perfect one, then give me one that's right in the middle.
No, I'm just saying, man.
Actually, do you have one though? Do you have one that's just rated?
Captain America. Your silence says everything, man.
I asked him to shoot the ball, and he got that net on that one. Could not disagree with that. He's not wrong. But all right, I'm gonna go. Deuce, multiverse, overrated or underrated?
Overrated.
Same thing, Dion.
Underrated. Give me a reason why real quick.
Yes, why is it underrated?
Because with this, it gives us an opportunity to bring back like legacy characters too from older movies. So we get James Marsden back as Cyclops. We get Patrick Stewart back. So we're playing around with the universe that we know of, and we're just saying like, hey, Fox and all this stuff existed. Let's bring that in. That's the universe. That's the universe. Sony universe. So I'm cool with it when it's being used like that, not as just a crutch to be like, hey, we got these other variants of Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's why I say it was overrated, because of all the pivots that we had. Like I said, we've been talking about the multiverse for so long that like I know that it's leading to Secret Wars, but it was so jarring and overused and everything.
Right.
It was just like y'all didn't give us a clear path. Now we're still here. Like you said, based off what you said, it was the caveat and everything, like we let you stumble. But because y'all leaned on it so much and y'all confused the average person so much, I feel like it got way overrated.
hey, it was crazy is both of y'all, like neither one of y'all answers are wrong.
Yeah.
Like y'all both give valid points when it comes to the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we definitely gonna leave that for the audience.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure somebody got something to say. Dion, Loki, overrated or underrated?
Underrated. His story was just so good, man.
Yeah. So that's why this is one person that I when you said name one that was rated, out of the list, this is, to me, his story was done well. We like if Loki was not showing up in Doomsday, I would have been okay. Like I didn't need more to Loki's story. Loki's story had a complete button to me and everything like that. And with him actually being in Doomsday and off the chair, like it made me more interested again. Like, wait a minute, why did he get off the chair now? Like, so like I don't know. He's rated to me, but if I had to, I can't say he's overrated. I would have to say he's underrated.
Well, no, then because y'all are giving good arguments for that, then we'll throw in the rated.
Okay.
Version. Yeah, because he said Cap and then you say Loki, and I'm like, you got a good argument for that.
Yeah,
it's a good story arc, man. We saw the worst of him, we saw the best of him. Like, and that's rare in Marvel, I feel like. Because not everybody gets that closing like he got, but now we see he's back. So
yeah.
What got him, like you said, what got him off that chair, man? We know what got him.
Yeah.
Hey.
Overrated. Overrated. I don't give a fuck about Loki. Why he became the focal point of everything. I don't give a fuck what that misfit went through. He's a fucking villain. Still killed people. I ain't never been about that dude since he killed Phil Coulson. Fuck Loki.
That is true.
Loki, come on. Yeah, It's a nice arc redemption story. Cool, y'all. Everything y'all saying right. Fuck him. If you'd have not had that whole thing happen, I'd have been A-okay.
That's a valid reason to dislike.
That's fair, man. It's fair. Coulson, just that death alone. No, don't forget about any other New Yorkers that got squished by buildings.
It's Coulson.
Coulson, like
Coulson, bro.
He had the playing cards. He had the Avenger cards.
He designed Cap's first suit, man. First suit back.
Come on, man. And you just like, my man feel like bothering nobody, bro. My boy clock in, do his job. He respectful to everybody. Like, he motivate well and stuff. He didn't yell at you, be like, hey, you supposed to be here right now? Then let's go ahead and get you situated. Yeah. Like, man, I was like, yo, bro, fuck love, man. Whatever. I don't care about his power, oh my God, he got killed in front of his brother. Good. Fuck him. He the reason half of this shit started anyway. If we being honest. Like, you the reason Thanos even know about half of this crap. Because you snitched.
Yeah.
Overrated. Our next one. Dude, Sam Wilson.
Underrated. They ain't letting him shine his Cap. Like, it's funny when people keep on talking about that scene in the trailer of Doomsday, where it's like it's obviously that Sam first time seeing Steve, or what was Steve. To me, he was like, I know damn well not. Like that's what I got. I got that energy from, like, I know you damn well lying that you coming back in here trying to take this shield.
or like you said again too,
yeah.
Loki,
yeah.
Like, I can't believe you brought this dude,
who
literally destroyed the very city we standing in, and you brought him here.
Yeah.
Dang, boy, that Loki theory just really is sitting so well with me. It's like real.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dion, are you in the same boat, or do you have a difference of opinion?
Oh, of course, underrated. Like, underrated. Sam Wilson deserved. Like, the movie was good. Brave New World was an okay movie for him. It was an okay movie for him. I just and the show was okay too. I like the series better than the movie, I think. But yeah, let's get Sam some more shine, man. I'm all for Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson's Captain America, man. Underrated.
Yeah, I think it's three ways underrated, because both things he wearing were ass, and I hated the way that they did him so dirty. Like, one, I've always talked about this. I hate the way they premiered his suit in a all red room where we don't get to see the full suit emergence. I was like, what kind of shit is that?
Right.
Like, everybody, even Echo got one, and I ain't gonna go into ridiculing her and stuff like that, but I'm like, even she got one. We got to see the full outfit. I was like, and this how y'all do Sam? And then also too, why doesn't he have his own movie? His own show? Why is it a buddy movie where you gotta involve Winter Soldier?
Right.
I'm like, he could have had his own Marvel special if that's the case. This is Captain America. Captain America didn't shit. It wasn't Captain America and the Red Skull. It was Captain America, the first Avenger.
Cap did share his movies with a lot of people, though. Like, Winter Soldier,
but it was focused on him. It was focused on him and about him. Even Brave New World is not about him. It's about the president. You're just caught in the middle of everything. And I was like, I don't like that. The Winter Soldier, it tied into Cap's past.
Yeah.
It tied to his mental. Yeah, like, it was about him. Even Civil War was about the mistake he made in allowing and knowing that Bucky killed Tony's parents.
I will say this too about the suit. I really wish he would have worn the suit from the show, from the finale of the show. The white, it was super comic book accurate, man. I thought it looked dope. I wanted to see it I wanted to see that when I went to the movies, and then they didn't give it to me.
I ain't never liked that suit.
Dude, that hey man, I'm down for a good cowl, man. And
that's why I knew they was gonna mess it up. I was like, yo, bro, I don't need my Cap doing this.
Hey man,
you don't need a stiff neck Batman.
Yeah, I don't need that.
That's why I'm down for a good cowl.
And that's just what it looked like. Because I remember a scene where he did this and turned, and that cowl stuck out a little bit. I was like, This is why y'all don't. This is why he don't. This is why Cap don't wear helmets either. Because all of this don't make no sense. Take that off. Take that off, please. Now I wish he would have kept. I wish he'd keep the suit that I saw in Avengers Doomsday, but make it the colors that you're talking about, where it was majority white. Yeah, I like that because it makes you look different from Cap. This tells a different version of Captain America.
It kind of blends in or gets lost.
Yeah, especially when I saw that, like I had to realize like who he was standing by. And I was like, y'all all kind of look dressed alike. Like the same person made all y'all suits.
Yeah.
Like y'all should have went to the one that made She-Hulk suit. Like that's who should be designing y'all stuff. Because her shit was awesome. Dion, Shang-Chi, overrated or underrated?
I don't know if you've seen enough of him.
Or rated.
Yeah, he's right where he needs to be. He's rated. Like we haven't seen him enough. You know what I mean? Other than like the what if stuff, if you watch that or like that, whatever. But in live action, haven't seen him much, man. So I think he's yet to be determined.
I'm going underrated just because I want to see more. I've been wanting more Shang-Chi since this movie, and I think that I thought the movie was good enough and it was a hit to the point where we should have had a Shang-Chi 2 already before this. So I'm going underrated.
I'm going underrated too because I do still believe he should have made a cameo in Spider-Man No Way Home. I think him and Wong should have been walking together to go off to whatever they were doing and stuff. I think that would have been great to see. I think he should be have been featured a little bit more in some of these movies and shows. Not a lot, but just at least a sprinkle of what's going on. Because the 10 Rings is a big deal. And I feel like they haven't explored that enough that where it is also how much it can affect the MCU. Also the fact too of what is his sister doing now? Because we completely left us hanging with that. She's the commander of the 10 Rings now, and we just not going to that. Okay. Deuce, Thunderbolts. Overrated, underrated, or rated?
Overrated. I only care about Yelena. I don't care about nobody else on that damn team. I only care about Yelena.
He ain't wrong, man. I'm the same way. The only thing that gets besides Yelena is that hair and mustache that Bucky's rocking now, man. I thought that was a dope look at the end. So I'll go underrated.
That new suit too. I was like, hey, that's Bucky right there.
I'm going the same way, man. If it wasn't for those two, probably,
yeah. I think they're overrated. Also, too, I didn't get the Thunderbolts I wanted. I wanted Baron Zemo. I wanted Iron Patriot. I wanted where they switched to Dark Avengers. I wanted my they're overrated. It was a good film. I will say that.
I like the film, but I just didn't I was that was just that's just a one-off, how they did the Eternals. I'd have been all right. I don't need to revisit the Thunderbolts.
I don't need the Thunderbolts too. I think it's how y'all mentioned earlier when it comes. Well, Clint mentioned it when it came to villains and stuff like that. I think that was one of the things of okay, we're gonna keep harping on it. And this will be our Suicide Squad. And I'm no, they got Suicide Squad, right? Because it's a lot of random people you can put in there that you can let grow on us. And it blossoms into something else like a Peacemaker.
Right.
None of us knew who Peacemaker was like that unless you're a big DC head. But the way John Cena stood out from it, it was able to venture off into something else. We don't have that with the Thunderbolts. I don't want no Red Commander solo film, Marvel presentation. I don't care about Ghost like that. Ghost does what she's supposed to do. It's not like she's a bad character. It was just
They killed Taskmaster though, didn't they?
Yeah. But now give me the real Taskmaster. Not them. Give me the real. Yeah, the one that you look at ooh, y'all might have a problem. Also,
I hate him, man. You cheat, man. You cheat.
But he also could be one of those people that's on Doom side too, in Doomsday and Secret Wars. You might have Taskmaster.
You cheating. That's all I said as a kid, man. You cheating.
I'm learning I'm copying everybody. You just gonna copy my moveset? Yes, bitch, bring it. No. No, that's not fair. Yo, fight the way you supposed to fight. All right, I'll fight like Cap. Well, wait a minute now. I didn't know. You can get options on who you gonna choose fighting wise. Like fight like that. Fight like that. I can deal with that one.
Man, a menu of names he scrolled down.
Yeah. Like, you know all these people? You're like, fight like the Hulk did. Oh, I didn't know he had the Gamma Clap too. Wait a minute. Wait. Switch your fighting style. Switch it. Give me Pedestrian 6 from New York.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, who would you be comfortable with him fighting? Like, like
shit. Ant-Man.
Nobody.
Ant-Man. Give me
Ant-Man. Yeah, give me Ant-Man.
You can't go small. You can't go tiny.
Give me base Ant-Man.
Yeah, I'll fight Ant-Man style. Give me that. Deuce, Fantastic Four.
I got them as just rated. Because their movie was so recent that, like, to me, it hasn't been like a significant gap where I can be like, oh man, why we ain't back at the Fantastic Four? They didn't like overly hype the Fantastic Four. They had to overcome. They had to come together as a team, and they won. I think that they're in a comfortable space. I think that they're right where they need to be at.
I'll be honest, I cannot stand the Fantastic Four.
Oh damn.
Overrated, talked about group, but the MCU version, I have to agree with you, it is rated. They completely, like, their entire dynamic completely shifted my thought process on the Fantastic Four. Like, I was like, yo, no, that I see now why they called them Marvel's first family. Yeah. And it was like each relationship was perfect, each character decision and casting perfect. Even Pedro's, I was just like, that he is a fantastic.
Yeah, I was surprised because I was upset about John Krasinski not getting the role, and I was like, but Pedro Pascal, he convinced me. I'm good.
He does a great, and you know what it was? Pedro is a great MCU fantastic. John would have been a great Fox.
Ooh, I can see that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like if they'd have rebooted, not to change the one with Julian McMahon,
right.
Jessica Alba and something, but like instead of the one with Michael B. Jordan and that being the reboot, another version from Fox, and you have him as Mr. Fantastic, and then whoever you cast around him. I think that'd have been dope to see. Dion.
This is my first one. Oh no, I didn't get my Fantastic Four.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry. My bad.
Overrated for the same things as you said. I never really fully got the appeal, and all the versions that you gave me, aside from like the Saturday morning cartoons or whatever, weren't great. I was like, this is who we supposed to be? Like, for real? Like, then? Right? But then, like, this movie changed my opinion of them a little bit because they made them more of a family. They sat down and had Sunday dinners, for goodness sakes, man. Yeah. So it's stuff like that where they tweaked it to the point where, all right, now I'm ready to see what they can finally do as a group in this timeline we got as MCU.
Right.
But yeah, man, like, there was one thing I was going to ask about that. That line in Fan Four Stick at the end, is this the worst line in comic book history? Where he said, like, it's fantastic. And he looks over to him and says, what did you say? And then that's how they come up with their name. Is that the worst line in
I don't know
history?
So because it's that, but then also like when Will Smith says, what are we? Some type of Suicide Squad? Like I hate that.
At least he said it. At least he said it.
I hate that shit.
At least he said it because he was like, I think Ben said it's fantastic or something like that. And he looked over, what'd you just say? And then, come on, man. Come on.
I mean, is it on the nose? Yes. But
listen, I hate all there's three tropes in superhero movies that I hate all the time. I hate that, like when they try to like with the name thing. I hate them, like I hate the costume. I hate the costume montage where they show like comic book costumes and they're like, nah, not that one. No, not that one. Like I hate that so much, bro. And like I said, and I also hate like the just coming up with your superhero name. Like anytime.
Yeah. No, I was just agreeing with you, my bad.
Yeah. Anytime though, those are my tropes that I hate all the time.
Man, I don't know if that's the worst one because
it's pretty bad.
Man, Save Martha pisses me off.
Oh, yeah, that's up there.
Every fucking
Save Martha.
Save Martha. Why'd you say that name?
Okay. We won't have any Batfleck slander here, man.
Nah, I okay. So to be fair, DC had the worst ones. Because the other one I think of is X-Men when Storm was like, "Do you know what happened to a toad when it's struck by lightning?" I'm like, same thing that happens to everything else. I'm like,
that was a bad line too.
Come on, man. But the king of it is Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze.
Oh yeah.
Nice to meet you.
I don't think those are bad. You're not.
All right, everyone. Chill.
You're not taking me to the cooler. Like, come on, man.
But hold on. To that. People give that one a lot of flack. Batman and Robin.
I love it.
But here's the thing: if we talking Action Comics, that was the most closest to Action Comics DC, bro.
Oh yeah, no. It's pure like 60s Batman.
Yeah,
like it's right on the nose of it. It is definitely not the dark like version when they.
Yeah.
If it was that one, like I'm like, yo, he's spot on. But it was just the pun, like I was like, all right, bro.
But
he was going
that's
crazy
the king of the one-liners, though, too, man. Like Arnold's the king of the one-liners. So
what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
That's a good time, man.
When he was in jail, allow me to break the ice. I am free. So, like, first of all, they know who the fuck you are. They just checked you in. Of course, they know who you are. Why are you introducing yourself? They got your whole file. We know who you are. Get your ass in that damn room.
Just saying, man. They landed for me. They landed. The fact that you
don't get me wrong. Like
they work.
Is it the worst line? Yes. Will I watch it again? Absolutely. I still use the chill line to this day when I just need to be a night. All right, everyone, chill. No. Hey, listen. All I know is this: whoever played Mr. Freeze got some big shoes to fill because it's gonna be hard to top that Mr. Freeze. I don't care what nobody say. Now we'll jump into it. The Doctor Strange, overrated, underrated, or rated. Oh wow,
overrated. I'm sorry, overrated.
I'm gonna go underrated because I'm still interested. I want to know what he's been up to now. Like I said, especially with Doom and knowing, you know what I'm saying, with these incursions and knowing that he's probably one of the only people who knows about incursions, I'm still interested in his story. So I can't say overrated, but so I'm gonna go underrated.
I'm gonna go overrated. I'm tired of watching this white man fuck up everything and don't nothing happen. Like this went over. Like if we giving out evaluations as a sorcerer, you fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I ain't seen Strange do one thing right.
He did.
Since
he locked up Dormammu, it's been fuck up after fuck up. That was
and honestly, Dormammu wasn't even that. When I went back and watched it recently, I was like, man, let me watch the first one and not Multiverse of Madness. And I watched it and I was like, you didn't have to trap Dormammu in an endless loop. Like he was technically kind of already in that to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So really, you didn't do nothing but sacrifice yourself, make a copy of you, and put it in an endless loop. So now you just torturing a version of yourself. And then following that, it was like out of the 1.6 million scenarios, it's one that we win. That's why you knew ain't no black people was up there, because we'd have been like, try it again. Try another 1.7. I know it's got to be.
It would have been follow-up questions because I feel like that was the one that the one he saw was the one that won, but it also was like we had like the least casualties or whatever. I was like, wait. Is there some other ones that we win maybe differently? Like
Right.
was there? Did you see one that Wakanda won? Maybe because you lost because you were dead and Wakanda like who? Like,
give me B and C. Give me what's behind door 2 and door 3.
Right. At least give me
options.
Give me at least 3 scenarios that we won, so we can pick which one that we think. Because like you were saying, this is the scenario we won, but this is your evaluation of the win. Like
the win.
Your win might not be the win that I like. Like you might just didn't like those other wins. Like
so, also in the second one, you died.
Right.
But everybody else came out good.
Right.
And then that's why Tony wasn't shit, because he didn't even have no follow-up questions. Like, now I thought this was supposed to be one of the smartest motherfuckers out here. And he was just like, it was just like, one, first of all, I'm not gonna trust a nigga who finger shake like this when he doing one. Nah, run me 2 now. What's the 2 option that you got?
Also, you put too much trust in this. Like, what if he was saying, give me 1 second real quick? Like, what if that was saying this is the one? Well, like, how do we never established a signal? We never game plan beforehand. Like, all right, give me the signal when we at the 1.
Well, also too, the plan Tony had, how he know that was the one Strange saw?
Right.
He didn't tell him. He was just like,
right. Like,
he was like, you know what? I got you. I'm gonna sacrifice myself. What if Strange was like, wait, no, that's not it. No, that's not how this ended. Wait, no. What are you doing? There was no plan divided in any, and then
they never discussed it at all.
Discuss shit. He was just like, hey, you know what? I got you. Sacrifice. I'm gonna do the snap. Like, no, you been had that plan. That's what you wanted. That's what you wanted to do when you found out, when you saw Hulk snap. It was like, all right, man, what I'm not finna do is have him be in the lab with me after all this is done, and he'd be like, well, you remember when I saved the world and snapped everything back in I know, bitch. We both doing it. We both gonna do it.
Right.
Oh man. Okay, and Dion, you said underrated for Doctor Strange, right?
I overrated.
He overrated. You and him both.
Oh, so we all okay. No. You said
underrated.
Yeah, I'm going overrated. And then the fact that this man didn't even no one I'm not gonna put it towards race or nothing like that, because that's always a funny joke to say. But I don't like how none of these so-called heroes don't ask no questions. Like, this man took a 16-year-old kid, changed all reality so he could get into college. He didn't ask shit. He didn't ask nothing else.
As Sorcerer Supreme, like I said, that was a horrible decision to make. I would have been like, bro, this is not that serious, bro. Like, bro, just go to another college.
Also, you went to college, so you didn't go, hey, well, have you tried everything? Did you try the review board to see if everything is fixed? Like, you're supposed to be this person that know all these realities, yet you don't know how to talk to people or ask any questions. That's why Wong don't like you no more. I saw that in Spider-Man. I was like, they are beefing with one another.
Wong was like, man,
I like each other.
Because he's seeing them fuck up. He got front row seat of him seeing them fuck up every time in every universe. Every universe Wong is seeing is like, bro.
Bro. And then you talking shit and stuff like, oh, he only got it because of technicality because I wasn't here. We're like, yeah, it's also the decades of more experience I have than you as to
right. I also take this job seriously. I don't take personal motherfucker. I don't use the company card on personal shit. Like, that's
right. then we start exploring evil versions. Like, so
right.
You know what the Darkhold do, and you still gonna use it?
Yeah.
Be like, well, we gotta get the book of Kakafa or whatever the damn
name
is. Be like, you know what? Why don't you stay out in the restricted section? We shouldn't have let you in here. Now that I think about it.
Remember, he broke into it. That's right off the rip. Wong was like, bro, we told
no. The first time he did. No, the first time he did go in there, that's where he met Wong.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah.
But then he did sneak in to take one of them and stuff like that. But it was like, I wouldn't have let you in the first place. Same reason why Iron Man is not allowed in Wakanda. Same thing. He was like, nah, bro.
Nah, they gonna get the tinkering, get to doing too much shit. Like,
the second you get one of them little USBs in one of our computers,
right? Like, stay your ass over there.
Stay out. Only white people we let in is Cap and Wolverine because he Canadian.
And Evan Ross.
And Evan Ross. and he did. So
Right.
it's just on the two now. Deuce, Scarlet Witch.
I'm gonna say she's another rated person for me because, like I said, I'm still interested in her story. But like I feel like they showed her being Omega, they showed her being a threat. They showed like we seen like it's just more so like all right, now I just need to know like is she alive, how she survived, where she at. Like she's another rated person for me.
Dion?
Before her show, overrated. When WandaVision was jumped off and I was confused for the first 4 episodes, I was like, what is this? I'm cool. I'm in it.
Yeah.
And how they've used her now. So I'm gonna go rate it 2 because now like it's like with the Fantastic Four, right? I understand now.
Yeah.
I understand the appeal. I understand why she is the way that she is. So ready to see what more she got up her sleeve too. So rated for Scarlet Witch. WandaVision was a masterpiece, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I want to go underrated, man. I feel like because she got thrown in the mix of so many things that didn't get explained, that we didn't get to see the full version of her like I wanted to. Like I think we did. Like I agree with Al in the rated that the line that they gave her was perfectly executed for turning into it. The WandaVision and the thing with the kids, like I see that. I see like that was a great storyline from beginning to end. But I think because of how many other implications of things that are involved, you could have had a even better version of her if you had the X-Men involved. If you were able to harp on those things, like the fact that we get no mention of the real Quicksilver, but we see the Fox version of Quicksilver, who ain't really Quicksilver. He was just dressed up as Quicksilver, and he's an actor, and it's just like, okay, like it's a lot of stuff where it's like if y'all gonna show me something, show me something. Because like even the fact in Multiverse of Madness when they were walking in the orchard field and they showed that box on the ground, and that's supposed to be where Mordo's head is. It's like, why y'all didn't show that? Like show her pick that thing up and like, yo, you up just like this. He came also knocking.
Right.
You want to look like this, Steven? And then just make it disappear and stuff. Also, I don't know if anyone else noticed this, or maybe I'm reaching. Y'all just let me know. Did anybody else notice that Wanda died in WandaVision? When she gave Agatha all that power. I think she drained Wanda out, and then the only thing that remained was the Scarlet Witch. I think those are two different. The one from Sokovia, the one that had all of that got drained out with Agatha. And when she got her stuff back and
that up.
I gotta go back and check it out.
Because remember, after that, she started talking in third person. She was like, either hand America over or it won't be Wanda you see come. It'll be the Scarlet Witch. Every time she would talk as if she's not talking as Wanda. It's Scarlet talking as Wanda, if that makes sense. Like Wanda's not talking. Scarlet's talking as Wanda.
Well, because remember at the end of WandaVision, that's when she astral projects herself reading the Darkhold. So I assume that it was just maybe that just took over more. But I mean, I can see that too.
Yeah, I don't know. Like when I started watching it again and saw that fight, I was like, did she die? Because she started acting real different, not just a thing of
see, that's why I lean more on the astral projection taking over. Because remember, they say if you study the Darkhold will take over you, and like I said, it kind of corrupts you, right? So with her, she thought that she had grabs on it. She astral projected, and that Darkhold. Remember that it never stopped reading the Darkhold. So you got to think when we like even that reveal of that whole field that she was in was already like he saw the impact of the Darkhold taking over the area that she was at, and we already know that she's already prone to taking over an area. Like that's what WandaVision was all about, creating her own little universe. To me, I just thought that her astral projection became so powerful that it overtook the personality of Wanda and everything and corrupted her. That's what I leaned into.
Yeah, you're right. Because now that I think about Multiverse of Madness, she was trapped, and Professor X tried to go save her. So now we know where they got Obsession from. if you watch Obsession, okay. So the director's a Marvel fan. Got it. Got it. Okay. And then all of y'all have named for Scarlet, right?
Yep.
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Oh, you went Toby. Okay.
Overrated or underrated? Or rated?
I'll go first. I thought I wanted to go first. All right, underrated. He started this whole thing off, man. And Spider-Man 2 might have one of the best scenes ever in a superhero movie. The whole fight with Doc Ock, before the train, on the train, stopping the train. Could watch that scene all day. So underrated. He doesn't get shit. He probably is rated. Underrated. I'll stick with it.
I'm gonna go overrated, not necessarily in a bad way. It's just that I don't necessarily need more Toby. Like where like when they did Multiverse of Madness, I was like, if they would have went like older Spider-Man, baby, you know what I'm saying, with Jean Grey, like had like that Spider-Man in there and just kind of leaned in on that, I would have been okay with that. Kind of like how he was portrayed in Into the Spider-Verse. But for the most part, like even with like I was good with how they ended out with Multiverse of Madness. I don't need more Toby. I don't need Toby to show up in Doomsday or Secret Wars. I'm okay with it.
Overrated. You already know. Overrated. One, I don't think he's a great Spider-Man. I think he's a great live adaptation of a Spider-Man when you were making comic book movies. Now, I will say, like you said, he had one of the best fight scenes to date in Spider-Man 2. The rest of the movies are not that great. Like, Norman carries one, Doc Ock carries two. Like, if you really think about it, like, especially from the ones we saw, he's not a great Peter Parker. He's very undertone kind of shot. Peter Parker was never like that. Peter Parker got beat up but would talk shit. He was a nerd, but he talked shit. Like, it was never one of these, like it was like this dude played like a little bit too cool for me. And then of course this.
I blame him for that. I blame him for that.
He did that though. He did that. Yeah, our Peter Parker don't do that. Yeah, he doesn't do that. You know what he kept acting like? He kept acting like Spider-Man 3 throughout all three Spider-Man. Like when he gets to symbiote and he gets a little meaner. Like that's how he acted. And his Spider-Man was okay. But then you see someone like Andrew Garfield, where Andrew Garfield plays the perfect Peter Parker. His Spider-Man is okay, though. His Spider-Man is pretty good with the shit talking, but it's like, all right, it's not the greatest I've seen. Tom Holland is the one that lands both at a perfect balance. I wouldn't say he's the best just yet, but he has found a great balance of how to be a great Spider-Man and a great Peter Parker. Like when I see Tom Holland, I'm like, yeah, that's the one that pulled Felicia Hardy. That's the one that went on a date with Sue Storm. That's the one that got Mary Jane. That's the one that be pulling these ladies. The other two outside of maybe Andrew, I'm like, okay, I can see them some charms, maybe getting over on them. Toby just seemed like, well, tonight'll be the night that I will fall for you over again. Like all three movies. So monotone. You asked me with great power comes great responsibility. Well, now I am Spider-Man. That's how he talked in the whole movie.
And the best closing swing you ever seen in your life. The first
swing was great.
Swing
was great. Him, however, not so great. I think he's very overrated. I think out of the three, he is number 3 when it comes to these Spider-Mans. Actually, he's number 4 because I put the animated version over him any day. He's overrated.
Shocker!
Come on, man. Like that's it right there. Like if you don't make it like that, Shocker! All right. Deuce, Deadpool.
Underrated. I feel like with Deadpool breaking the fourth wall and being able to talk to us, I feel like we should have had way more moments in the MCU with at least Deadpool talking to us, like not just even confound to his movie. Like there's like even if he's popping in for small scenes or whatever like that, there's just so much that you can do with the Deadpool character. And like the way that Ryan Reynolds play him, like I feel like it'd have been perfect for a lot of moments. I feel like he's underrated.
I'm gonna go with rated. I think all three movies have given us exactly the Deadpool that we need, and we saw him in very different tones for each one, and they got more and more. I don't want to use the word silly so people don't deflect from what I'm saying, but it was like the first one felt very X-Men type of vibes. The second one started to feel more like him, but with a little bit more of Fox. And then the third one felt like a Deadpool movie and a love letter to the Fox universe.
Yeah.
I think they've utilized him well with what he's doing. And then especially from, like the start of it probably never coming to live action, and us as fans being able to change all of that. I think he's been well placed strategically in the MCU. So I would say I think he's been a great rated character. Do you know something different?
I'll say overrated, man.
Oh man, we hit all three.
He's a bit much for me.
That's fair.
He could be a bit much at times. That's all. But that's the character, right? Like that's it. He's annoying Wolverine for a reason, and a little bit of me too. So he could be a bit much.
I can see that. Hearing somebody say, "Come again," the sound in my ears, I can definitely see you going.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, bro. Let's get the movie started. Come on. I do not need to hear all these. And then one final segment before we get out of here. It's just some things that I saw online from comments for people and stuff. And so I wanted to just get your quick opinion and answer on these three. So a comment that was made about the Doomsday trailer and now is that Marvel is desperate.
What's wrong with that? So here's the thing. I don't look at desperation in, all right, we just like doing whatever. I look at more the desperation of Marvel knows what they built. They remember the highs. And I feel like Kevin Feige is a person, the reason why the first few phases went so good and why it was so praised is that Kevin Feige, who started in the Fox universe, was, like I said, and did those X-Men, he saw what should have been, and he was one of us, and then he did it, and then they gave him them helms, and he put Marvel on his back and gave us, what was the high. And I feel like Kevin Feige is also a person that's going to listen and see the criticism, and he probably was like, fuck. All right, yes, I am desperate to get back to the heights of where we was at when I was in the good grace. And to me, I'd rather my director have that desperation of I want to get back in that good graces with y'all, right? Like I said, this doesn't seem like it's just a cash grab. It does seem like Kevin Feige and his team over there was like, we need to get this back on track because we was cooking for a while and then Disney stepped in and we had to meet quota and it kind of derailed us. So yes, I am desperate to get back to where we're at. So I'm okay with that. I get it. Like they try to say it as a dig, but for me, I look at it as, yes, I want you to be desperate to win us back.
Dion?
No, that was just said so perfectly. I don't know what else I can add because I don't see it as desperation either. I saw it as like, hey, we're going to get back on track with this thing. We're going to pull those fans back in. We're going to pull the casual fan back in. We're going to pull some new ones back in. If they say you can just jump into this one, that's going to make people want to go back and watch the 38 other movies before this one, right? So, yeah, I think, again, we've given, like, again, good graces for me. It's for them. Like, it's like, you've done so much. You've done so good. Yes, you stumbled. You can pick it back up. I think this is the perfect way to pick it back up with a really good storyline because he had to pivot because of all the Kang stuff. So if you understand that, obviously we got to figure it out and do something else. So I do said it perfectly.
Okay. Well, then I'll throw the second comment to you because I'm in agreement. I don't really have nothing else to add when it's well perfectly said like Deuce did. So to you, though, I will throw it as a comment was thrown out that Deuce has said that Loki could be Chris Evans.
I also said it too. I said it on Wednesday too. I just want to put that out there.
Well, on here it was said. Okay, both of y'all said it. Okay, both of y'all or on the line of create. Y'all can fight for it if you want to share. It's up to you. You know, create your own Doomsday based on it. For this one, Chris Evans is Mephisto.
Hey, when it gets to like the magic stuff a little bit, that's not like my forte for Marvel. But I will say we did get him in Ironheart. Mm-hmm. So,
and what does Ironheart have to deal with? Magic and technology. What is Doom centered around? Magic and technology. And also, too, remember, Mephisto has Doom's mother, if they're using that in this version.
See, we don't know yet. We don't know.
We don't know
sure yet.
But Chris Evans being Mephisto.
I'm not against that idea. Only if, like I said, within this movie they really do continue with like Sacha Baron Cohen setting them up, and they do I was gonna say Iron Fist, but
Ironheart
tie-in, because like I said, I did like Ironheart, and I thought that they set up Mephisto very, very well. And I thought, like I said, you know, even with like how it ended, and it kind of got like I'm still here for that. So like if they're using that, and that's also gonna lead me to knowing that our Ironheart is also still within our future, then I'm okay with that. I still lean more on the Loki side. But like as of right now, there hasn't been any setup. But it does make sense. Like I said, magic and saying technology, I can see them working that in. But they would just have to establish that within this movie then a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm more on the Loki side with it, especially from the scene that we saw. I do still think that is Loki here, like y'all said. But I don't necessarily rule out that somewhere lurking around here is Mephisto.
Yeah.
And it makes sense now.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I can see like a version walking around that he's playing Chris Evans, and then is no longer doing that. You find out he's Mephisto. But I think in that particular scene though, what if Cap is dead?
Well, technically, he should. He's old. He should have been dead.
No, but think about what if Doom killed him already, and we just have different variations of a Chris Evans running around, and none of them are Cap.
Well, the last iteration of Chris Evans we saw wasn't Cap. He was Human Torch.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
But just if you think about, like, imagine Doomsday all being, none of those are Chris Evans that we know.
But you know what? See, this is why I say Deadpool. This is why I say Deadpool is underrated, because then you need Deadpool in this movie. So then when Deadpool sees it, and then you have that moment, Deadpool's like, "All right, which one are you?" And then he's another one. He's like, "Bro, where is Cap at? I wanted Cap." When do I get Cap? I thought I had him, and then it was Human Torch. I thought I had Cap now, and now you somebody like, when do I get?
We're all getting the same paycheck. Why we can't just get the right one?
Right. So,
where is America's ass? That's
right.
the one I want.
See, that's why I like to say Deadpool is underrated, because you have moments like that where you could.
That'd be a good bit, man. That'd be a good bit.
That's why I put Deadpool in that end credit scene, like director. That's why I was like, yo, Deadpool gotta be a part of this. Gotta be a part of this. And him saying I'm an Avenger now, and he calls somebody. They're like, "Who are you talking to?" Cable. Hey, guess who's an Avenger now? Suck it. He just hangs out. He'll be like, "Don't worry, you'll see a different version of him in the movie later on." Position. Just go back to it.
You know what? You have to believe. Okay, think about this for a second. Would that be a jarring thing to happen in an Avengers movie?
Nope.
Thinking about that now, it's a wild concept to be like, all this series is in an Avenger movie, and this clown is just over here talking to us.
But you gonna have it anyway. You gonna have it anyway.
They quip all the time.
Yeah, they quip all the time. So like, it's
but breaking that wall and like talking to us like you just did, like that would. In an Avengers movie,
but that's why you do it. That's why you do it as a mid-credit or end credit. You do it as a you have that moment, like to where
But also too, you're dealing with the multiverse. So who's to say anybody even says anything about it or harp on it? Or even too, like they don't get it. Like Stranger's there, and it's like, who are you talking to right now? Oh, I'm just talking to the audience right there. You're able to see through different multiverses? No, you butt fucking clown. No. It's just, you know what? Let's just move on from it.
Matter of fact, you know what? To Dion's point, that's the opening sequence. Opening sequence is a conversation between Deadpool and Loki. Because then you get the lightness, you get the banter out the way. Because then, like I said, Deadpool gonna have to get the fuck up out of there, and then and so then that's how you end. You put a button on that, because then at the end, and then when you do the end or mid credit, it's like Deadpool informing somebody like, no, I need to be an Avenger because Doom, like you have that moment.
I can definitely see it. Because remember too, we still get a Thor's dying. Thor is gonna die.
But
remember they was
crying in his arms, wasn't he?
Yeah, why is Thor hugging me? Thor has long hair. So either they go to the past or they go to the death. That was a different Thor than the one they show in Doomsday.
Yep.
So unless they go in time or something, what if they have Deadpool during the time when it was the Dark Elves? And it's that scene.
Well, like I said, because like I said, remember, like I said, Deadpool saw it. So that's why the conversation between him and Loki, he's like, hey, no, I know what's going to happen. Let me tell you.
That might be what happened. Like instead of Loki dying right there during the Dark Elves thing, is Deadpool right there. And instead, he's trying to. Matter of fact, Deadpool is probably the one who knows about Doom. He's trying to warn Loki. Oh, I know what's going to happen, and Doom comes like, shit, I'm too late. I can also see him being held captive in Secret World because he know how to do all that stuff. Like I can see Doom keeping him prisoner. Like, nah, can't let you out. You gonna mess up everything. Oh, imagine if they go try to find like Reed and break him out, and then across from the cell is Deadpool.
Like, hey, you too.
You're like, hey, it's just your friendly neighborhood Deadpool here. Wait, that's not my line. It's Deadpool here. Could you see? Deadpool is gonna be dope with that. Yeah. And then the last one, and I'll throw it to you, Deuce. Wolverine should lead the Avengers.
Not this iteration. So I do like my favorite Avengers team does include Wolverine, like from the comics and everything. I do believe that once we finish out this and everything, and we establish like the new X-Men and everything like that, we're probably going to establish like who's going to be the outside of the new X-Men, like who's going to be next in Marvel and like what the new stories we're going to tell. And I do believe, I do hope Wolverine, if not a leader, is a pivotal part in that Avengers team. So I think that the next iteration Avengers team should have a Wolverine on there.
Yeah, I can see him leading the champions into becoming full-fledged.
Okay, there it is.
I can see that if you're going to lead a variation of it.
Yeah.
But I would like to see that in the capacity of like they have something for them.
Yeah.
And then to be able to move on the torch at one point. Dion, what about you with that statement? Wolverine should lead the Avengers.
Yeah, I definitely agree again. Just because not this variation. And we're not, I know they make a joke of like Hugh Jackman until he's 90.
Yeah.
But is there any chance we get like when we do recast X-Men and or whatever, there's a new Wolverine too? I
would hope so. Because I know a lot of people lean on like Wolverine never ages, so Hugh Jackman can technically still be Wolverine, but I don't know. Hugh Jackman played Wolverine for so long, and I just feel like getting my original statement. If we're keeping certain people from the past, then it's gonna always have that lingering what if, or maybe this person can come back. This very I feel like if we're gonna do a new X-Men, let's do a full new X-Men. Like let's.
Well, that gives it to the point where I don't think you're gonna start the X-Men where you have Wolverine. I think you do start off at the beginning where you don't get introduced to him. I think you do it. We establish more of Xavier, establishing the X-Men, but also seeing the relationship between him and Magneto. And you have more of the brotherhood being shown too, and them having established characters and the back and forth between these people now. I don't think you really need to recast Wolverine for quite some time because you've already talked about him in the MCU and She-Hulk. When you see a news article like a man with metal claws was seen in a bar fight. So we know there's a version of him walking around somewhere. Isn't Hugh Jackman. Yeah. But I think like once Hugh has his swan song in the MCU, you can let that linger a bit before you cast Wolverine.
Yeah. That's why I said I kind of agree with that. With even before you establish the full Avengers, like you said, we're leaning in on the mutant saga. Let's lean in on the mutant saga. Let's let time pass so that way we can separate the actors from the characters, and then once we start trickling in the new characters and everything, we can kind of start seeing, a new threat that causes a new team of Avengers to form and everything like that. Like we can get into all that. I feel like these next few years, maybe even half a decade or even a full decade, I'm just like, let's focus on the mutants. Let's focus on that. Let's get away from the Avengers so that way we can separate those actors from those characters.
And then what's crazy is what I noticed too with that. And again, this may be me reaching, but I was like, damn, I really wanted because I think we talked about that, Deuce, about like how somehow X-Men 97 gets warped.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Stuff, but I was like, damn, they kind of knocked that out because technically X-Men 97 is the Fox X-Men.
Yeah.
I already established that in Logan because their Logan is from that same universe that dies. And so I'm just like, damn. And they showed comic books and stuff. I'm like, I bet you that 97 cartoon is one of the ones. And I'm like, fuck. And then now they gave Cyclops his real outfit. I'm like,
yeah, man.
Because I get you have to cast younger people to build the franchise for the next 10 years. Man, I need the adult version of these fucking people, like how you guys 97, man. That just make them live action.
And that's to say James Marsden can't still play Cyclops, man. He still looks young enough.
Or who's a white boy right now that could play that and still give that type of integrity?
I don't know off top, man.
I don't either off the top of my head. That's not that's still kind of young. Because I still wish Austin Butler would have been Gambit. That guy that played Elvis. I really wish he'd have been Gambit.
He still can't shake that Elvis voice sometimes.
No, he still can't. But
I like him, but
he could have played a good one. But it was like I want like their generation, everybody who's mid 20s look young. Like they look like babies or they look like two old adults. And stuff. I'm just like, man, I need my Cyclops 6'2", jacked,
mature.
Yeah, mature, bro. Yeah. Not like kids, man. I want a mature X-Men. Like they ain't gotta be in their 30s or nothing. But I'm like, man, bro, when I see them, I'm like, yo, they look grown. I don't want babies. Like that's what I feel like failed when they did the First Class reboot. And I was like, all right, man, I like it, but when they got to I think Dark Phoenix, and they were kind of like in the 80s, and they were in the mall and stuff. I'm like, they look like kids, bro. Yeah. They kids, they students. I'm like, nah, man, I want motherfuckers who I ain't gotta ask them for their driver's license. I know how old you are. Because Cyclops, you look like you look like you got a job. You look like you just came from work.
Yeah, I agree. They need to be older, man. Yeah. I hope that they end up being just adults, all of them. Let's roll with that.
That's why I don't want Sadie Sink to be Jean Grey.
Like I said, you got to think that's what I hope they continue to do. What we've been seeing a lot of directors do is tell which comic books that they're using to tell the story. Like once we get into the Mutant Saga, I need them to really establish what Mutant Saga storyline that they're following. Because, like I said, if the Fox universe essentially did what the original X-Men animated story. Like they try to tell that storyline a little bit and everything like that. And it's just like, I don't want to revisit that. We have already told it multiple times. There's a lot, like I said, there is a lot of grown stories, X-Men storylines that you can tell, and still kind of get that, So it's like just tell us which comics that are, and then we can do that research. We can use it. But I do agree that we give more grown X-Men.
Yeah, man. and make Sadie Sink either Scarlet Witch or Firestar. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, she ain't Jean Grey. She ain't. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm introducing Jean Grey in that movie, man.
That's what I'm saying. And as a villain, like that don't make no sense.
I could be wrong next week. I could be wrong by this time next week.
Oh yeah.
But I'm sending 10 toes down today.
Same. I'm doing the exact same thing, bro. She the Firestar or Scarlet Witch, but she ain't Jean Grey.
Firestar.
It's my reach, but yeah, I don't think it's Jean Grey.
I just feel like the only reason why I feel like it's not Firestar because I feel like that character is not big enough to have so much secrecy. It's the secrecy that leads me to Jean Grey.
But I think people doing it is what led to the secrecy of it. That's what I think. That's what I feel like. I was like, oh well, everybody's clamoring now. We might as well keep it a secret and not say nothing.
But here's the thing. This is where I'm like, I give Kevin Feige and their team a little bit more grace because I feel like with the Ralph Boner situation, they learned that like we can't trick people like that. Like people was upset that that Evan Peters was not Quicksilver. And that bait and switch, it was like they was all in. They thought it was going to be a hilarious joke, and they realized very quickly the fan base was like, "No, that's not a joke that we like." And I feel like now I feel like
but he dressed like him. No, that's the thing. though. He dressed like him. You look like Quicksilver. Like
no, I know
you
that.
played this guy,
right? So but I feel like they would like even like they asked him. They asked Feige. They was like, "Hey, you gonna be announcing Dems and Idris as T'Challa?" He was like, "No." I feel like he's at a point now where he's like, "I'm gonna give y'all straight answers because we learned our lesson."
Yeah.
So I feel like
but they also be lying though.
They do.
They also be lying.
I feel like if they would have caught wind, they're like, "Hey, people think that this is Jean Grey." And if it wasn't Jean Grey, they're like, let's not lean into this. Let's kill that noise now.
But you got to think about it. When they say no, and then that happened to be right, we've gotten a lot more of that, and we continuously get that throughout the time. Because remember, Charlie Cox said he wasn't in Spider-Man.
That is true,
and he was in it. Yeah, caught a whole brick and everything. Yeah.
But see, those are happy surprises. Not if not.
But I'm saying
is part of the cast. Like her name is top credits. You know what I mean? I get what Deuce is saying, but I don't think I give you an X-Men in that movie. I don't. I just don't feel like that's the point to be like, here's Jean Grey in a Spider-Man Sony movie.
But here's my thing with that too. Of Firestar also makes sense because that is a great gateway to mutants. Because remember, her and Bobby are the reason why Spider-Man eventually goes to the X-Mansion.
True.
And then imagine us finding out that there's a Charles Xavier in 616. Who is it?
I hear you on that. I just still feel like there's going to be a lot of people who are like, well, who the hell is Firestar now?
Hey man, but again too, look at the villains he's facing. Don't nobody know who Boomerang is. It's like I thought he was in DC. It's like, who is this dude he fighting? Who is Reflector? Like remember,
Spider-Man and Spider-Man and Friends on I think
Spider-Man
it's
on Amazing Friends. Yes.
Yeah. I think so. That's going to be an uptick in watches as soon as Firestar. That's going to be front page of Disney Plus when you go on it. The boys just running like that.
Look how big like Spider-Man's apartment is. There's no way he's gonna continue to afford that by himself. I'm just saying,
we'll see, man. We're days away.
We'll see.
We're days away, man. But listen, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode of Shroud of a Comic Book. As you can see, when we get together, we start talking Marvel, start talking DC. Like, I don't even for the last 30 minutes, I don't even think we mentioned Doomsday. We just switched over to X-Men, man. But I know these two incredible hard workers, man, they got to get back to their regular lives, which is doing amazing creative stuff. So I don't want to hold y'all up too much longer. So again, thank you for checking out this episode. Please let us know in the comments below what you feel about the Doomsday trailer. Give us your craziest hot takes. Let us know if you were in the director's seat, what would be your opening sequence? Who would die? What would be your end credit? Also, give us someone who we didn't mention in here that you think is overrated, rated, or underrated. But make sure while you're doing that, you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe on not only the Arcade Tokens YouTube channel, the Will Pharaoh YouTube channel, the SOACB YouTube channel, and as well as our Twitch channels, because we do go live. We will be playing video games. You're going to see some of that between me and Dion real soon. And then, of course, make sure that you check out Deuces Geek Set Podcast along with the entire crew, Bacardi, Dig, Hippie, everybody. I know I'm forgetting folks. This man got a whole X-Men squad now. It was just the three of them. Now he was like, no, we got like people. Yeah, this man had just been recruiting. Yeah. So make sure you check them out every Sunday. They are live with the Geek Set Podcast. Go over and see some of their footage from DreamCon. With
I just want to throw it out there, man. I felt like this felt like a Comic-Con for us because we got to announce something that was late breaking and everything, but we have officially partnered with Carl Jones and Love Jones Martian Blueberries animation studio, and we're bringing y'all the Black Geek documentary. So I'm excited about that partnership, man. I'm very excited about that.
Yes, indeed. Believe me, he's been working very hard. Look, keep saying him. They have been working
to me, my ex
on this dark because I met him, so it's like I'll be like, oh, that's the face of Geek Set. But I'm like, then I met Bacardi and I met Dig, and I'm like, yo, let me stop saying it.
You met Trippy, I think the only one.
Yeah, I was like, all of them contribute very much to making the Geek Set thing happen. So I got to make sure I say we and not he when it comes to it. All-Star Fandom is definitely he. Okay, that's Dion's baby, and just Jen and Doc happen to be the other two pieces that make it work, man. But please let them know, though, some of the dope stuff that you have just previously had that they can go check out right now.
Yeah, we just had Guy Augustini's Voice of Sunspot on. So it was a dope to sort of hear his story from being like a tennis, almost like on his way to Wimbledon to a degree. And then he sidesteps and goes film and animation and voice acting and all that stuff. So go check that out. That one's doing really good. We're live every Wednesday. We're also Fandom Prime. We go over all the stuff. It's going to be a lot to go over next week with all the stuff that's happening with San Diego Comic-Con. We'll look at trailers, react, and have some fun there too. And we'll have reviews next week for Spider-Man when it drops. So every week we at least put out at least 3 pieces of content throughout that week. But yeah, All-Star Fandom on YouTube, All-Star Fandom Show on Instagram and TikTok.
Yes, indeed. So make sure that y'all check that out. We appreciate it.
And we're going to be at Dragon Con. We have a panel at Dragon Con this year. So we'll be there. Yeah. So we have a panel at Dragon Con on Thursday night to start it off. And then we're doing media for the rest of the week there too. Got media access. Not sure how, but hey, man, God works. So
all the work you made, don't do that. All the work you be doing.
Right.
You got that media pass, man. Hey.
So it's going to be a fun week, a fun Labor Day weekend doing that.
Yes, indeed, man. So be sure to go over there, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, follow, all the things that you need to do for their social platforms, YouTube and their Twitch, man. It cannot be done without you. It cannot be, a community cannot be created if y'all are not participating. So please make sure you support them. And then make sure you support my ass. I always know I be telling them, hey, come support me. Because, nigga, I do all this shit by myself. Arcade Tokens, Travel, Comic Book, Kayfabe, Will Pharaoh, the Twitches, everything. Hey, this shit is just me. I want a team, too. So hit all of that stuff for my stuff as well so I can make my X team and go, to me, my niggas.